Had one game. All right, let's get it on here, guys. Let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. We are good to go. Hey, guys, how you going today on BK Sport? We are here for, well, I was about to say week 2 to start, but it's actually not the start of week 2 because we've actually already had a game so far, which was the Australia versus, well, if you could call it a game, Australia versus Scotland, where it was 86 to or 84 to 0 there. I think it was. Yeah, look, that was not a great one. But it was great for Australians. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. But it wasn't exactly fantastic overall. But this game here could be interesting. I do think that Fiji are going to win and win relatively well. But obviously, I am relatively high as well on Italy after last week. I think that they do have a decent enough team there. I can't believe I've seen people online tipping Italy to win, though. Like, I find that absolutely ludicrous. I find it absolutely ludicrous that people have tipped Italy to win this game. But in the same sense, there's an interesting change in the team lineup that I do find quite strange for Fiji. So let's get into the 2 team lineups here, guys, and then we'll obviously talk to you guys in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get it going. Henry Waiwalu comes in with Corbin Sims and Vuate Karawalevu. So Corbin Sims is a big in here because obviously he's a good player, but they've done him dirty on NRL.com with the photo they've used. Joasa, Dorodolangi, Metiali Volachapani, and Siti Moladreki come out, which means obviously they're going to need a 6, don't they? Because Siti Moladreki, he is a 6. So let's see who their 6 is, right? So Tarova, he's the fullback today, with Makasivo and Vuate Karawalevu going onto the wings. You've got Kevin Aguama and Sami Valame in the centre. So this team lineup here, guys, incorrect. I don't know what's going on there with the Fijian lineup on 0 tackle, but that's incorrect. That's right, Kevin Aguama and Sami Valame in the centres. Then you go to the number 6, which is Apisa Coruscant. Really interesting here. So Coruscant is playing in the 5'8 position. I'm not too sure about that one. Obviously, normally he's the hooker there, very good hooker, but I guess that he is a bit more experienced than the likes of Siti Moladreki, who I've been saying I don't really necessarily believe in for a little bit now, and kind of for good reason. And now, obviously, he has been dropped. And Apisa Coruscant moves into that spot. We've got Brandon Wakeham in the 7 with Tui Kamikamica and King Vuniyayawa as the front rowers. And Penioni Tangituimua comes into the 9. I don't mind Tangituimua. I think that he played pretty well against the Papua New Guineans in that mid-season international. Obviously didn't play last week too much. He was off the bench. But I think that it might be okay to chuck him in the 9 there. You just got to really hope that Apisa Coruscant has somewhat of a kicking game there. Or somewhat of, I just don't see him as a 6. I've never really seen him as a 6 there, so it's really interesting that he's playing the 5'8 role today. You've got Viliami Kikau and Sia Wong on the back row, and then Corbin Sims comes in on the lock. You got Benny Nakumbuai, Taylor Sandrungu, Lamar Manuel Lavave, and Henry Waiwalui as the interchange, and then the 18th man is Natani Massima. Moving over to Italy now. And we've only got one big in here, which is Alex Cicino, and Gioli Accelerino goes out. Go to the fullback. Luke Porcelli played well last week. He's the fullback with Richard Lapori and Jake Mason on the wings. Now, Jake Mason's got a hat-trick against Scotland last week, but as we found out this morning, Scotland not exactly looking fantastic. They're not exactly looking that great. Lost 84-0 to the Aussies. Daniel Atkinson is the centre alongside Ethan Natoli. Going into the halves now, Jack Campagnolo of the South Sydney Rabbitohs system with Radian Robinson in the halfback. Alex Cicino, front rower with Anton Laria. And then Dean Parada is the hooker. Ryan King and Brandon Santi in the back row. Nathan Brown is the lock with Joe Tramontana, Luca Moretti, Luke Hodge and Jack Colavati as the interchange. Carl Pickering as the 18th man reserve. So, look, I think Italy win. I think Fiji win this game relatively well here. I would say probably between, I think minimum 14 to 16 points is what Fiji should be winning by. I think that Fiji could also be winning this game by 20 to 30 points, and even more so. But I do really rate what I saw from Italy last week. I think they play some fast-paced footy. But then again, so do Fiji. That's what Fiji's built on: fast-paced, throw the ball around, and just have a bit of fun with it. I know that there is a big change there in regards to the spine with Coruscant going into that number 6, but at least that does bring on Tangi Tuimua into that 9, which I do believe can actually help them out quite a bit. And he is very pacey, as we saw in that mid-season international. So, yeah, look, I'm excited for this one. I think Fiji win. We've got 3 games tonight, guys. This one, Fiji, Italy. The second one is going to be France versus England, which will be a decent little game there. And then we do have New Zealand versus Jamaica at like 4:30 in the morning, which It's going to be a little bit all over the shop, that one. A little bit all over the shop, that one. But guys, obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into it. Fleet Storms, I think it might be close. 28-14. Well, that's not really close, is it? Fleet Storms says Sin. Well, I guess it is close technically, but Italy are $6.50 underdogs here. They were $4 underdogs, but Scotland obviously are not Fiji, right? So this is a bit more of an understandable underdog system. Because I said last week that I thought Italy were actually good shouts to win that game. I did say that. Crazy New Zealand says, Sivo. X-Ray says, who are you thinking crosses the line tonight? Or are you thinking a tight game, going to put a multi on? I think you would go, I don't know what the lines are though, to be honest with you, man. I'm not too sure. I'll go quickly have a look at what the lines are of all these games. Let's go have a look. Alright, so I think Fiji probably will rest around that 16.5 is what I would assume will be the line for this game. But I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea here. Move down to that one. By the way, Liverpool. Alright, move on down here. No more messages from Liverpool fans, eh? No more Liverpool fans talking shit in my DMs, eh? Alright, let's go down like this. Can't even beat Forest. Okay, so the line's at minus 18.5, which is... It makes a bit more sense there. I said... minimum they should be winning by 14-16, so that's right around that line. But I do think you'd get on the minus 18.5 there. I think you trust Fiji with their better players overall to cover that line, but it won't be a guarantee. But I would trust that line of minus 18.5. England and France, I think England should cover 36.5. That's a hard one though, because everyone keeps telling me that France is apparently a good team, which I don't see and I don't believe. But England minus 36.5, I personally would get on that, but people keep saying that plus 36.5 is an option, so you do you there, but I would go minus 36.5. And then New Zealand, Jamaica, minus 74.5 is a big total, but you would assume they do it. There's no way they shouldn't be covering 74.5 against the Jamaicans there. So yes, I would personally go with the minus on all three games tonight. That last game will be a hard one, but I think they could honestly hit 90 to 100. They're taking on Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much guaranteed that New Zealand do win that game. Jack Lewis is looking forward to the knockouts. These group games are annoying and too one-sided. Fiji should Fiji bomb Italy. I think that's a very casual approach to these group stages, and I get this all the time. It's not me having to go at you, but it's me having to go at people who call these group games annoying or not good. Like, what do you guys think? You know, look at the Rugby Union World Cup. We also see games where it's 100 points. Like, people, for some reason, shit on Rugby League as if it's like the only sport that has complete blowouts. Like, the group stage of the FIFA World Cup, half the time are massive blowouts as well, like 4-5-0 sometimes. You know, because they're taking on teams that are just in the marker, like have just made it. You know, Rugby Union World Cup, I saw Thailand get beaten by like 90 points to England in 2017, I think it was. No, what was the World Cup? 2019 was the World Cup there for rugby. So, you know, I see this in every single sport, but everyone seems to hound in on rugby league as if it's like the only sport in the group stages that is the only one that is tough to watch due to the fact that the big blowouts. But I don't see anywhere near as much. Like, you know, we're going to see blowouts. Of course we're going to see them because we've got the best teams, and yes, we're going to get into the quarterfinals and whatnot. But I'm enjoying these group stages, and I have absolutely no idea why people have other expectations as if this group stages was going to be quite close in quality, because most sports, pretty much every sport worldwide, you go into the World Cup and you go into the group stages, and they're all usually blowouts because the teams who are in those group stages have struggled to get there, and they're not good comparatively to the likes of Spain and Germany and France and even to an extent England and whatnot. Like, 3-0 is very comparative. 3-0, 4-0 is very comparative. 3-4-1 is very comparative still. So, yeah, I think people need to really understand kind of what it's like. And it's not just a Rugby League World Cup problem here. It's literally an everyone problem. Because, like I said, Rugby Union, go and have a look when Namibia plays. Or go and have a look when, who's another one? Go have a look when Tonga usually plays. You know, these teams get absolutely slaughtered. I'm pretty certain that Chile are in the Rugby Union World Cup in 2023. Good luck, son. Good luck. We're going to see a blowout there. We're going to see blowouts everywhere in that World Cup next year. But then again, apparently it's just Rugby League that has these problems. So, look, I understand where you're coming from, and I understand that you do want to see close games, but it's just not viable. And I am actually genuinely still enjoying these group stages regardless of all these blowouts that obviously are coming from AFL fans who don't care for the sport, are coming from Rugby Union fans who are ignoring their own sport. It really doesn't make any sense to me. So people can do their own thing. They can say they don't enjoy it. They can say they enjoy it. I don't really care. I'm enjoying it, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So that's the main thing. James Paul says, happy to score. Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. Cabbage says, who are you going for this World Cup, BKR? Well, of course, it's going to be Australian, man. Like, I'm always going to be back in Australia. I'm Australian. But I do want Fiji to do well as well. Because my daughter, who is Fijian return, I always will support Fiji. I'll be in Fiji in a couple of weeks' time. So I love Fiji. It's a second home to me. So yeah, I'll definitely be backing in Fiji. But it's always going to be Australia because I am Australian. And it'll be like that in every single sport. Glick says, Bulla. Spy Game says, Fiji has to win comfortably. I would assume so too, Spy Games, but Italy weren't too bad last week. They weren't too bad last week at all, in my personal opinion. Sasha Kelly says, get around Bati, Toso Viti, let's go. Vadava Italy, we're coming. Gio Chunga says, Corbin Sims wasn't named in their 24-man squad, so I was surprised to see him named. Yeah, he was a lock today, starting lock today. I know, I didn't see him at all. I don't understand what happened. I don't understand what happened at all. Sasha Kelly says 1-0 Forest Farmers League Club. No, why no? Kim Crow says Black Caps. Oh yeah, no one cares. Nigel Luke says, hey mate, you see the cricket? We got absolutely pumped by the Kiwis. Hope we can bounce back though. Yeah, look, I don't think my main cricket is like Ashes and 5 days. I think T20 is just so average. And I said this to you guys when I was doing the World Cup last time. Like, he was going off as if they won the World Cup. Like, we beat you last year, mind you, in the World Cup final. But like, I just don't really care too much about the T20, you know, and I didn't really care too much about the T20 when we actually won it last year. I don't think many people do, because it's just such a shit version of what cricket actually is. Anyone who's actually watched cricket for a long time knows that that's like a really diluted version of what real cricket is, and that's why I love those little slogs of those Ashes, the 5 days, and that's why I didn't even stream it. I didn't stream the game because I just don't really, it's not really my kind of deal. That's why I stopped streaming the Big Bash as well. It's just not my kind of deal. And then Jason Silva for a hat-trick easy. Yeah, look, I think the Silva's going to have a big game here today. I think Silva's going to have a big game here today. Wakaroa Wata says, sorry Italy, but Fiji does too strong for you guys. After the 2006 FIFA World Cup, don't worry, don't say sorry to Italy. Nigel Luke says, enjoy the win, see the final. Nigel Luke says, you're right, pick out right now, T20 World Cup, England versus Afghanistan group stage is a blowout. Exactly right, it's another one. It's another sport that has blowouts in the group stage. Like, shit, man, every sport has it, but yet rugby league is the one that seemingly has to cop it all the time, just because Australia is so good. You know, what about when people weren't complaining when you saw Netherlands beat Spain 5-0 back in, 2010? Or was it 2014? No, I think it was 2010 when that happened. Because we were in their group, I should know. No, it was 2014, because 2010, I think we were in the group with Germany. So 2014 was when Spain were beaten by Netherlands 5-0 or some shit with Robin van Persie hitting that header. And, you didn't see anyone complaining there because they're like, oh, I'm going to appreciate how quality this team is comparatively to the other team. And you're just like, shut up. Brunswick says, England and Australia were in the same group stage in the 2017 World Cup. I don't remember anyone complaining about that. They don't. No one complains about that. It's very, very sure. They choose their moments. They'll choose their moments. And they choose to ignore their agenda is very driven, and anything you say that's against their beliefs, they don't listen to. They only want to listen to things that help their argument out. That's the thing. So Michael says, some teams' chemistry is very poor in rugby league because there aren't many test matches played. Absolutely. It is a big problem. AJ, so I love the group stages. It gives us a chance to see how the lesser teams are coming up. Absolutely. It's been a great way to see, Italy. Maybe Jamaica could turn into a pretty decent team in the long-term future. I thought Jamaica were, obviously a team beaten quite well by the Irish, and they'll be a team beaten quite well tonight. However, it's an opportunity for rugby league right now. This is an opportunity for rugby league to kind of make its way a little bit into the Jamaican culture. Jamaica is a part of the cricket and baseball fandom, right? They love that kind of sport. Baseball, I don't think they're that unbelievable. Cricket is the West Indies, and the West Indies did not make the World Cup for the T20. This is the time to pounce. Unfortunately, they're in a group here with New Zealand where they're going to get pumped, but it's still something that maybe Jamaicans could look at and think, oh, well, you know what, it's not actually a bad sport to watch. Hopefully one day we change, but obviously we're shithouse now. But it's not about them watching their team. It's about them watching their team and being like, oh, this is shit. And then going and watching Australia and being like, holy shit, like that's some good footy. Or go and watching a game like tonight, maybe France and England, which might be close. It's about getting them slightly interested in the game so that they eventually then become a rugby league nation. That's about the World Cup. So although I think they've done it wrong and they shouldn't go England and then France and then we don't even know next, but I think it'll be Australia again. It should be one World Cup away from Australia, one World Cup back here. One World Cup away from Australia, one World Cup back here. One World Cup away from Australia, one World Cup back here. It's silly to have it multiple times in a row. Cooper Cronk says, Australia pretty much have to beat England or else they're in big trouble because of their poor net run rate. Yeah, T20. Daniel says, too many T20 wickets are due to mistakes from the batter instead of great bowling like in Test cricket. I agree. Tigers fans says, I couldn't really care about international T20 or even one day. It's only Test matches, but I still love the Big Bash. I think Big Bash is okay at the start for me. Now, at least in the T20 they do the Super 12s. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Like, I'm not saying you can't enjoy it, but it's just not my kind of deal. Somebody says no harm in seeing how the lesser-known nations play in the group stages, even if they're not, even if they're just lambs to slaughter. Absolutely. Jasper says, is it because people are looking at Union World Cup compared to League? Why though? Why? Because the Union World Cup has massive blowers, and actually, I would argue that the Union World Cup is slightly even more. You've got, maybe not actually. You'd say it's slightly less, but you've still got the big Donnies putting until the quarterfinals. It's all the same shit anyway. Look at the World Cup. Okay, let's go through this Rugby Union World Cup group stages. Guys, there's 13 minutes to go here until the game does start. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new to you. Yeah, okay, Rugby Union fans. Let's see how these groups will last, hey? Rugby World Cup groups 2023. Let's go see how good these Rugby Union groups are, and let's see who won't come out with a pumping. Because I can already tell you that Group A with New Zealand and France. Let's see who they play, eh? Because I'm pretty certain we're going to know who's going to win those games. Alright, so Pool A. So New Zealand and France, they've got, Toowoomba Valley's Roosters with the $50 donation. Look at you go, son. I appreciate you. I saw your donations on the other stream too. I really do appreciate that, Toowoomba Valley's Roosters. But yeah, appreciate that $50 donation. It does obviously go a long way with the channel, and I appreciate it. But yeah, going to the Rugby Union groups like New Zealand and France. Okay, they're going to palm through Italy, Uruguay, and Namibia. There's probably going to be at least a couple of 80-point slogans there. We've got 80-point slogans there, mind you. You go to Pool B, and we're going to see South Africa and Ireland, and Scotland are going to be at least a decent enough team. They'll still probably get beaten by 40 to South Africa. But then you get Tonga and Romania. Those two teams are going to get 100 put past them by South Africa and Ireland. Shit, man. Wales, Australia, Fiji, at least that's relatively the closest group. But you're still going to see Georgia and whoever the goddamn shit is the final qualifier one get pumped there. And Pool D, you got England. Besides that, you got Japan, Argentina, Samoa and Chile are going to get slapped. They're going to get slapped by Ronos, man. They're going to get slapped. Like what? Like this is the thing. Every single sport has this in the group stages, and rugby league is no different. But people like to separate our sport and pick on ours. But alright. Richard M says Namibia, Chile, and Romania at the time. What do whiz, man? What do whiz? Knowledge Solutions, to be honest, even if there are blowouts, it just means the best teams will play each other in the knockout stages. I mean, that's the best part about World Cups. I agree. Brunswick says Wallabies are going to have a rough few, to be honest. I disagree. I think Wallabies come first in that group. And I didn't even look away from that. I just guarantee I believe it. I truly do believe it. Derek Laws says, when's the game start? Game starts in 10 minutes time. As David Brown says, Japan and Uruguay have the biggest upset wins in Union history. Okay, and what's your point? Okay, so Uruguay against Fiji, that happened in 2019, and Japan against Xavier. I'd be very careful here because I could easily put Union on blast, but I don't want to do that because I love Union too. But alright, so you got one in 2019, that's cool, and you got one in 2015. Which was Japan versus South Africa. Okay, so Papua New Guinea only lost by 6 in this game against Tonga a couple of days ago, who were 13-1 underdogs. But people don't talk about that, though. They don't talk about the fact that, Papua New Guinea were 6 points away from beating Tonga when they were 13-1 underdogs. And no one besides me thought that Papua New Guinea could win that game. But no one talks about that because it doesn't suit their agenda. Remember how I said to you guys, they'll only use stuff that suits their agenda. Look at that. It's just prime right there. No, so because even FIFA World Cups are blowouts and expect the same this year. Bingo. But they're getting ready to come out here. Big Papa says, Ball Blaze or the highlights of Oz versus Scotland. Anyways, Tosso, you're exactly right. Tosso Vitti, baby. Tosso Vitti, let's get it. Brendan Westing says, purely a must-win game is one. Whoever wins joins us in the knockouts. Absolutely, yeah. And I just don't see Italy doing it. But I can see them competing. But I can definitely, I believe it's Fiji who are going to, because we all know Italy's not beating Australia next week, right? So, Fiji win this game. They should win this game well, but if they lose this game, Italy will go through. And if Italy win this game, they're massive underdogs. So then everyone who's talking smack can eat a dick. But, you know, Fiji have also made three of the last three semi-finals in a row, which has been upsets in the... tell me the last time a team that was of a calibre outside of the top teams that actually made a semi-final in the Rugby Union World Cup. How about that? Ryan Zarkle says, hello, BK. Hello, mate. How you doing? George Ram Jr. says, total points over 56. I would say so, yeah. I think there should be some points here tonight. There should be some points. Richard says, you watching any of the Women's World Cup? No, I haven't been, man. I've been exhausted from doing all these games. I mean, these are very early in the morning usually for us. And I think that I might do... Oh, I don't think I'll do Women's Rugby League as well, but we'll see how we go, man. We'll see how we do. If it's 4:30am games... Well, I guess it'll be 6:30am in Fiji, so it'll actually be not too bad of a time for me. I might do those ones, and I'm not going to do the 2am games for the Rugby League Women's World Cup, especially if it's like, you know, teams that I don't know anyone from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind it in the men's, but if I'm watching the women's, I want to watch the best. So I might do the finals and whatnot, but I'm not going to be watching, you know, what if Chile versus takes on Greece? You know what I'm saying? That's my thought process there. Somebody says, funny that PNG fans, some of them at least blame the refs, yet still had every opportunity to win, which Tonga did so. No, PNG definitely have a reason to blame the referees there. It was a horrifically officiated game, and Papua New Guinea deserved to win that game. One, the first try from Tonga was about 3 metres forward. Secondly, that was a try down the wing. Thirdly, if they don't give that try, then it should have been a shoulder charge against Tonga. What about the knock-on that we saw in the first 30 minutes of the game that was just blatant, that then Tonga eventually ended up getting a try from? There was so many bad calls in this game. They absolutely have a right to complain about the game, Papua New Guinea fans. Absolutely have a right. X-Ray says, smack that like button. 75 watching, only 28 likes. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get it, baby. Come on, let's get it. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. I'm just going to turn this fan around on me. I don't know why we're a jumper in this game, because it's not cold. It's not cold. It's actually raining on the Gold Coast right now. It's shocking. Well, it's raining across Australia. Stick around. We'll be here the entire game. We'll be here all night. No, shot Liverpool's lost. Yeah, I don't know if you got hear the stream last week when City played Liverpool, and I had a Liverpool fan come onto my stream, like, laughing, and I said, okay, yeah, you want to play? Because I don't think Liverpool compete for the title this year at all. They won one game against City, doesn't mean shit. Anyway, this is what I tell you guys all the time. Pick your moments, be patient, because sport comes around, man. You got to be very careful about talking shit when your team isn't guaranteed for anything, right? And he was talking a lot of shit. Anyway, I messaged him just then, couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it just then. But it is what it is, man. You got to be able to handle your shit if you're going to throw it out there. And for me, yeah, Liverpool, nowhere close to challenging this year. All right, so the both teams are out onto the field. Let's get some national anthems here. We are at Kingston Park, Kingston Park in Kingston, or something like that. Let's have a look here. Where are we? We are in... Kingston Park in Newcastle. So this is where Italy played last week. So at least they've kind of got that. They've got the advantage of playing exactly what they played last week. But there's not a great deal of fans there. That's the issue that I have with this World Cup. That would be the issue that I have with the World Cup comparatively to all the other World Cups is the support. I would agree with everybody's complaints in regards to the support that we've seen at games. Hopefully this won't be a Fiji versus Uruguay from Rugby World Cup 2019 all over again. Play well, boys. Don't start me on that game. I lost my shit in that game. I lost my shit in that Fiji-Uruguay game. Don't start me on that one. Wales made a semi against Australia in 2000. Actually, we're in the lead for a bit in that one. What? What are you talking about? What sport? Been waiting this one, Max says. Not to look some shot Liverpool lost. Rise X has been raining all week. It has been. That was the last time Fiji didn't make the semi. Back in 2000. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a long time between drinks, eh? That's a long time between drinks. Toowoomba Valley's Roosters, my prediction for total points is 40. What, for Fiji? I think there should be quite a lot of points in this game. Italy were a very high attacking team last week, and Fiji should be a high attacking team this week as well. How much are the tickets? Tickets are quite expensive, Richard. The tickets are quite expensive. And obviously Rugby League in England and in the Northern Hemisphere is very much a workers' man game. And I would say that you could argue it in Australia, but Australia has acclimatised to make it just a general, if you're in Queensland or New South Wales, Canberra, and somewhat Northern Territory, it's, people obviously just will go no matter what. But in other places like England, it's all about football, rugby union and cricket, and with that comes the fact that it will be the workers' man club. Just like Man City. Man City before 2008 used to be the workers' man club of Manchester, and then now obviously they've outpriced the fans, and now City get laughed at for not having fans for the games. But you go back 20 years ago, and City had the best attendances in all of the league, right? And even when they were down in the Championship and whatnot, they still had League One and whatnot. They still had massive crowds. So it's just what happens when you have a team or a sport that is classed as a workers' man club. For Fiji, ever Fiji. Let's go. Let the voices all be heard. For Fiji, ever Fiji. What a World Cup song. Let's go. What a national anthem. Her name heard far and wide. Land of freedom, hope and glory. What a man. Nice Luke says, Liverpool and United losing the same night. How good they play Chelsea 2-0 AM. We'll get off the football chat now. Brunswick says, if you go to Man City, buy one, get one free. Wasn't like that 20 years ago. Fact for you, the highest attended game in English football history. Thanks for coming. City versus Stoke, I think in 1960-something. I think it was the FA Cup. Big Bob says, God bless Fiji. Timoresi Termites says, did you see the Aussies T20 today? Yeah, don't really care too much about T20 though. Wakaro Wata says, Kiwis 100 plus, Jamaica nil. It's a shout, man. It is a shout. X says, alright, I got a $200 donation if Fiji win 13 plus. Ooh, here we go. Hold on. Give me a moment here, son. Relax. That's alright, we've got the Fiji and him to come up in a moment anyway. We've got the Fiji and him to come up right now. Alright, so what's X Factor's bet again? He's got... let's write this down. X Factor... He's got... Fiji, 13 plus. I do like it. Alright, Sivo, anytime. Nongal Masu, baby. Sivo. Who else we got here? Oh, singers. Okay. No, I'm going to rub that out there. All right, so X Factor. Haven't used a rubber ring since I was in primary school. X Factor. We've got Fiji 13 plus. I didn't realise it was multiple different games. Fiji 13 plus and Sivo anytime. That's a great bet there. That's a great bet, to be honest with you. Next one is England 13 plus. I like that too. England 13 plus. And Herbie Farnworth scores. Farnworth, I like that too. Absolutely. This is actually a really good bet so far. But the next bet is guaranteed. And then the New Zealand game, you didn't go 13 plus, you just went Manu and Hiku to score. Manu and Peta Hiku. It's a random one. Manu plus Hiku to score. Hiku, I don't really like that one. But then again, everyone should score for New Zealand. Everyone should. So you might be right, mate. And literally anyone should score in that one for $200 dues. Whoa, big time. Nodge says, how much capacity is Etihad save? Okay, guys, let's get off football now and get back to rugby league. Let's get back to rugby league now. Dylan, no one does, and if they do, it's illegal. He's just be commentating the game. Oh, Dylan says he's actually showing the game. Due to broadcasting restrictions, man, I can't show the game live, but the best I can do is commentate the game. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. And let's get around Fiji, bud. Let's get around Fiji. Sasha Kelson says, beautiful for the Fijian lads, mate. You gotta love him. You gotta love Nongal Masu, baby. You always gotta love Nongal Masu. So here we go, guys. The game is getting kicked off, and let's see if Fiji can effectively qualify for the quarterfinal. I guess they still have to beat Scotland next week, though, which they will. They will beat Scotland next week. They will do that, but. Maybe Scotland come out with a vengeance after getting absolutely slapped and say, you know what, we're not going to get kicked around. Toowoomba Valley says, let's go. Brunswick says, kick back commentaries. Kick back, mate. It's what we do. Sebastian Garrow says, hope you're well, lads. Good content. Is this 100? Oh, good content. So I was like, good content. That's a random thing for you to say, but I agree. I don't know why there's ads on right now. Okay, I don't know why there's ads on because in the kick-off's about to be made. But good contest is this 100. I think that Fiji win by a good 20, but I do still see Italy competing enough because I think realistically most people think Fiji would win by 30-40, but I think that Italy will be in it enough. And I like I said to you guys during the week, I do like Italy in this World Cup to just kind of hang around a little bit. They did obviously beat Scotland last week quite well, and I think they'll hang around this game here against Fiji. I don't know why there's ads on KO right now. Has the game started yet for everyone? over there in England, because right now in Australia, we're not getting the coverage. Blunder Races, let's hope KO's as say way. Well, right now, they're not. This is the same game from last week, by the way, guys, if you didn't know. Obviously, last week at the start, 11:30 game in Australia was the one that was impacted by the ads. Well, right now, it's being impacted by ads, which really does frustrate me. Brendan Weston says, if Italy win, upset of the tournament, which would be great to see a shake-up. There's still more ads. No problems on BBC. Oh, Sebastian, so it is actually playing. KO is so stupid, man. Oh, I'm actually way more annoyed this week than I was last week, because this is the beginning of the game. Timmy guys finally wait for a game. Well, yeah, I woke up late. Oh, here we go. It's about to get kicked off, so thank God. Okay, I thought that there was a mistake coming up there. Richard says, Italy had a solid team a while back with Tedesco, Serraldo and the Minicello brothers. Absolutely, yeah. Well, I don't think Anthony Minicello was around when James Tedesco was around. Mark Minicello did play that 2017 World Cup, but I don't think Anthony did he? Because Tedesco played the fullback. Alright, so Italy to kick this ball off here to Fiji, and I'm looking forward to this game here. But I do think the Fijians will be able to be too good in the end. Yes, Corba Sims is Fijian Behendre, as is Ashton Sims, but that's a great run there. Gets the ball out to the 12 metres here for Fiji. So Tangi Tuamua is playing the 9 today, guys, and just to reiterate that Apisai Kotasau is actually in the 6. He's in the 5'8 today. Oh, Teddy was on the wing in 2013. Oh, there you go. 2013. Has he been around that long? I didn't even know he was around that long, to be fair. And Michello has been retired since 2014. Yeah, that's what I was saying, but I'm trying to figure out who... Because they wouldn't have played with each other, because obviously Teddy's a fullback and Michello's a fullback too. Forward tackle here for Fiji. Corbin Sims gets his ball out to the 45. That should be 6 again there, but they're not going to call it. That should be 6 again for sure. What? Bro, referee, that is a horrific call. That is a clear 6 again call at minimum. Alright, so fit tackle now at the 40. They go right-hand side, and Brandon Wakeham going to have a big kicking game today. The Bulldogs New South Wales Cup player. Oh, good take here. Who's the one who caught that? Was that Sivo? No, that was the opposite wing, which is Carl Warlev. But he will get taken down on fit tackle there. But great catch, though. Great catch. There was a couple of 6 against there. This referee is shocking already, though, because there should have been a couple of 6 against there to Fiji already. Big Papa says, think both teams are unofficially cooled down after any pre-match rituals, hence the slight delay, at least for other games I'm seeing. Yeah, I guess it was just PTSD from last week, mate, when we had multiple ads, over the game for about 10 minutes. I think that's probably why we were frustrated. Thought Corbin Sims retired. I don't know. He wasn't even in the 24-man squad here, so I was surprised to see his name there, especially considering Ashton's not here. But then again, I didn't even know both of them still played. I think Ashton... Oh, what did Nathan Brown just do? What did Nathan... He just dropped the ball and kicked it over the top when he was being tackled. That was weird. So Fiji get the ball in the 50. I think, did he try to offload that and then decide to kick it instead? So King Yawa will carry that ball forward first, and Semi Valame now will get this ball to the 40. Second tackle. What on earth was that from Nathan Brown? He's getting tackled and then decides to kick the ball over the top. What? Third tackle here, 33 metres out of the line. And Tangi Tuimua playing as the... it was an overhead football kick there. Oh, good play here by Fiji. Good play by Fiji. Semi-Valum. Sonia Torova. Torova here keeps going, taking down about the 20 or so metres for tackle. Also, don't forget, guys, that this ground here is really kind of difficult to know which line is which when looking from a certain angle. So if I say the wrong... line, then do forgive me. But that's going to be a Tui Kamika taking down 15 metres out here. Fit tackle now. Only Nathan Brown would do that. I don't know what just happened. So fit tackle, Fiji. No, Brandon Wakeham. No. He gets the offload away to William. Kick out, kicks it across here. Oh, too heavy of a kick. It will be too heavy of a kick. Oh, too heavy a kick, but that was all Brandon Wakeham's fault, that was shocking play from Brandon Wakeham. Wakeham decides to run the ball. They had a 3-on-1 overlap on the left-hand side, but he decided to run the ball himself and then got the ball offloaded late. But no, that was Brandon Wakeham's fault. Absolutely. All right. Oh, geez. Huge hit there from the Fijian boys on the Italian. But they'll be first tackle now. 25 metres out here from their own line. Definitely looking Fiji on the top here. Trap says, 6 again. You're going to call 6 again for Italy then, but you didn't call 6 again for Fiji on 3 separate occasions. Trap says Kamika is what Kamika is what the commentator called him. Oh, you're joking. I can understand when people say Kamika, but it's C in Fijian is TH, right? So it's Kamika. That's a little bit of knowledge for you guys out there who are Fijian, who don't know how to pronounce the names over there. If you see a C, it usually is pronounced with a TH. Blinded Ray says, and that's why Wakem was the third string at the 7th dogs it. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. But for, Italy now, 30 metres out of the line. But how do you get Kama Kama Kai? Doesn't even make any sense. But there's no I at the end of it. For one. I thought you were making a Dragon Ball Z kind of reference there. Oh, and it's Italy go to the sideline here. That was silly. Yeah. Whoa, Makasiva with the tackle. Makasivo, baby. Oh, Vadava Italy winger, man. What is that? Who is that? It's not Mason. That's the opposite winger. What's his name? Hold on. It is... Oh, jeez. I don't know why this always does this. I need to fix it. Hold on. Oh, I still need to get that light bulb for the one behind me. Once I get that light bulb, it'll sort itself out. Once I get that light bulb, it sorts itself out there. That's alright. That'll be fine there. That's fine like that. There you go. Let me know if it starts skitzing out like that again. Just manhandling. Wow, Omar. Wow. But anyways, it says Nottingham Forest just beat Lollapalooza. I know, I've already laughed about that in this stream, don't you worry. Oh, that's going to be 6 again here for Fiji. So, Fiji get this ball up to the 40. First tackle now. Like, they're all over him in the tackle here, referee. They're trying to slow the game down here from these Italians. Like, you've got to be careful here, referee, that you're just... He's really ignoring a lot of these laying down the tackle. So, left-hand side here, coming Commentator, who'll get this ball to the 40 on Italy's side of the field. 64 Cookie says, Spark Sport. Not a big fan of the old Spark Sport, is 64 Cookie. Richard says people botch Nagama pronunciation as well. Yeah, but that's because Q is a difficult one if you don't know the language. Oh, good run by Taruva. Oh, 5 minutes out of the line. Fit tackle here. Fit tackle. Left-hand side. Oh, Corbett Sims here. Corbett Sims. I think he's been held up there. Shouldn't have gone for the fit tackle run, though. Again. You've got to be passing that ball, but that's definitely held up. Yeah, because Q in Fijian is like an NG, right? So it's like Niglani Midawa used to be a big player there. He was a player that was a very difficult one to say as when you're doing videos and whatnot. But I definitely forced myself to get used to it. But yes, that is Kevin Nguama. Big Papa says, Kevin Nangama is realistically what it is. Big Papa says, yeah, Pedro Sivanasiva couldn't be bothered correcting people for his name either. Yeah, I know. I just call him Sivanasiva because I grew up with that, but I know. I know. I know, Big Papa, but I just call him Pedro Sivanasiva because I grew up with him being Sivanasiva and whatnot, and that is way too difficult of a name to be correcting people with. Yeah. What would it be? Vivani Veva? Pedro Vivani Veva. Yeah, no way would that have ever worked out. No way would that have ever worked out. So it's going to be Sunya Tarova who picks this ball up here at the 5, and it was nice pressure here from Italy. Nice pressure. The cause of the $20 redo donation. Look at him go. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much. Says go Fiji. Exactly right. Dozo Vitti. But thank you very much for the $20 redo donation. Special Government says Italians holding their own so far. Kind of. Yeah, Fiji are definitely on top. But yeah, they're doing enough here, Italy. But Fiji are definitely on top. Alright, Fiji now. They're 25 metres out here. 4 tackle. Richard says Pedro could probably still get a game. No, you can still give him a game. I think he's the coach or the biggest instigator behind the Kaivichi Silktails, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, fit tackle here, and Fiji are going to put this ball down into the corner, and that will be a... Oh, no. Oh, that's a bad knock on there from Luke Bolselli. Oh, that's a bad mistake there from Bolselli, and it will be a Fijian's feed, basically, at the 10. Oh, that's a bad mistake there. Omar says unlucky catch. Well, I wouldn't say unlucky catch if you didn't catch it, but it was a really bad attempted catch, that's for sure. To be case Italy will get tied fast this rate, absolutely. Yeah, Fiji will win this game. It just comes down to how much they win it by. Whether it be 1 or 12 or 13 plus, I'd back in the 13 plus. Like, Fiji have still been all over them. Italy have been fine to go toe-to-toe with them, but Fiji still been all over them. So first tackle now, 5 metres out of the line. That's going to be Tangatu Mua, left-hand side. Viliami kick out, try time. Also Viliami kick out. Oh, they're going to say maybe a double movement here. They're going to say double movement kick out here. They're going to say double movement. Was there a player on him? That's the question. Because he definitely looked like he got away from the tackle. It just comes down to the tackle is still touching him. If he's still touching him, it'll be a double movement. George McPherson says, going to be an interesting game considering both teams have players in the NRL. Oh, I think this is a try. I think this is a try because he's come off the tackle there, and then there's a second tackler who comes through after. That's a try. It's a try because the back row for Italy is not a part of the original player that tackles him down, so he's already gotten away from that tackle, and that's it. That should be a try there. It should be a try because the tackle hasn't been completed at all. The tackle hasn't been completed at all there. So video ref here, and there's I think they called try and field, didn't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try time. Exactly right. Good call. Good call. Because the first tackler fell off. The second tackler comes into contact with him as he's crawling towards the line. So it's not a double movement because the tackler hasn't completed the try. Omar Wood says, no, you don't understand the rule. Arm carrying the ball touches the ground. You've got to have the player still in completion of the tackle, right? So that player falls off the tackle. So it's a try here. It's 4-0 Fiji. About 6-0, you assume. But because the first tackler has fallen off him, the second tackler then comes into contact after the first contact has been released. So that means that you are entitled to then get back up and go for another attempt. It's like basically you're in the middle of the field and you get tackled, but you don't actually have that completed tackle, so you can actually get back up and run again. Right? That's what that is called. So that's not a double movement at all. I can understand why you got confused, though. I can understand why you got confused. Braden Cray says Fiji will win. You'd hope so, mate. You'd hope so. I saw a comment before saying this should be a close game because both teams have NRL talent. Not really, George. Going to be an interesting game because both teams have players in the NRL. Not really. Fiji should be winning this game by quite a bit, but I would love it to be a close game. Omar says, okay, man, shoes. Well, that's what these are for. You know, that's what I'm here for. You know, it helps people who obviously, like, that one wasn't for people who might not know the rule greatly. That one was a difficult one to understand because usually you would say, yeah, the ball tackling, the ball carrying arm hits the ground there because the tackle fell off. But that's what we're here for. That's literally what we're here for. Trav says, let's see how many names the commentators can push on. Well, they've already got 2 wrong. I wonder if they gave BKRmy a kick out right. Big Bubba says, did you not know that Blaze? Nice understanding of the intricacies of the rules. Yeah, there's a lot of intricacies, man. But like I said, that's what we're here for, man. So 6-0 here to Fiji. 10 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Daniel says, do you reckon Taruva will stay at Penrith? I can't see him taking Edwards' spot anytime soon. He's too skilled to be a winger and not big enough to be a centre. Maybe a move to Dragons or Super League. Dragons will kill his career because they'll kill everyone's career. They're the most boring team in Rugby League right now by a country mile. They're not going anywhere. They're not in a rebuild. They refuse to go into a rebuild, and their team is just super, super, super boring. Like their highest try scorer this year had 10 tries, I think, in Matthew Fangai or Max Fangai. But I think Sunu Taurova is too good to be a winger. I agree with you. He will be at the Panthers this year as a winger, but I think that teams will look at this World Cup, see how good Sunu Taurova plays, and then maybe take him as a player somewhere else. But who else is looking for a fullback? Not the Knights. They've got Pat Ponga, who apparently has gone to the 6, so maybe the Knights could use him because he is apparently they're putting Ponga into the 5'8". That's out in the 4 there from Fiji. That's not a good kick at all. Titans don't need him. We've got a plethora of fullbacks. Broncos don't have him because Reece Walsh. Cowboys have got Scott Drinkwater. Warriors have got multiple fullbacks now with Nickel Clockstar and I can't remember the other one that came over. They've also got the Storm, Pappenhausen, no, Roosters Tedesco. Panthers have Edwards, as he said. Eels have got Guther, who you're not getting rid of. Tigers have got Dane Laurie, who is, whoa-wee, Toowoomba Valley's Roosters. Wow, oh, Fiji, you right, give it a guama, baby. Tee-hoo! Gee-hoo, Kevin Nguama. But wow, thank you very much for the $100 donation to Toowoomba Valley's Roosters. I do really appreciate that, man. I do really appreciate that. That goes a long way with this channel, dude, so I do really appreciate that. Wowee. Wowee, man. That's awesome. And as Kevin Nguama scores a try too. There you go. There you go. There you go. But yeah, no, thank you very much to Toowoomba Valley's Roosters. That's an amazing donation, dude. But Kevin Nguama picks the ball off the ground there, and Fiji are away to Soviti. So Alex says, gee whiz. Exactly right. So yeah, look, Eels, Gutho, who else is there? Rabbitohs, Latrell, not going anywhere. Sharks would have William Kennedy, who is relatively underrated. Relatively underrated there. So I'm still getting over that $100 donation. That's massive there. That's massive. But who else is there? We've got, who's it? Redcliffe have got, Redcliffe are a shout because Redcliffe have a shocking fullback in Joanna Sarko. Oh no, sorry, Hamisa's have my photos there now. So maybe you would not look at Redcliffe. Have I missed any teams out? Manly have got Trbojevic when healthy. Maybe Sinitarova could be a backup fullback there because Trbojevic is never healthy. So it's 12-0 now, guys. Fiji do slap it on through. Bulldogs is a shout. I don't really necessarily rate Jake Averillo too much. So I would actually say Bulldogs are a good shout too. I'd say Bulldogs are a great shout as well. Tigers fans, the only reason to be a Roosters fan is if it's for the Toowoomba Valley Roosters. Mate, I'm the biggest Toowoomba Valley Roosters that ever did. Biggest fan for the Toowoomba Valley Roosters. Get around it. And Daniel says, yeah, but 1, Edwards, 2, May, 3, Crichton, 4, Tungo, and 5, To'o. No one in the team for him, even with those 2 transfers. So I'm pretty certain that they've said that Sunitarova would be their winger. So I don't know who they would get. They would have to give it to Taylor May, which makes no sense. So yeah, so no, it's just effectively wasted there. Absolutely, I agree with you. I think Taylor May should get it too, because I think Taylor May is a better winger than Sunya. But Sunya should get a spot in the team as a fullback. So look, I think his best options would maybe be Manly as a backup there for Tommy Trbojevic if he gets injured, which happens quite a lot. I think that another one would be the Knights, considering that Ponga is apparently being destined for that 5'8" role. Canberra have Savage, so no. And I think maybe the Dragons. The Dragons are just such a killer. Their team is terrible at the moment. Their team is so terrible. A good run there. Big run. They've got a big fella. So Fitzak will get to 40. Can we get strippers this year for the end of the year party? So Hilly go up there. Good take by... he's going over the sideline. Fiji are monstering them here. Fiji are monstering Italy at the moment. Absolutely monstering them. Absolutely monstering them. Tigers, Dane Laurie. I think they'll keep Dane Laurie, but it's not a guarantee, I guess. Yeah, these Fijian bodies are well and truly too big here for Italy. Well and truly too big. Alex is a horny hunch. We won't be seeing a horny hunch here. We won't be seeing a horny hunch in this one. But we will be seeing potentially a Fidi Bomberunos. So Corbin Sims now, 5 minutes out of the line. 5 minutes out of the line, and Corbin Sims rolls the ball back, though sleek inside. Bing bong, babies. Tangi Tuimua. Tangi Tuimua with the try time for Fiji. It is 16 nearly with the hit to come. Try time, 16 nil the kid to come, and it will be a one from right in front as well. So, Benioni Tangi Tuimua has come into that number 9 role. Have not seen Apisai Kodasau at any stage today, mind you. Sorry, it was actually Vuate Karawalevu. What? No, it's not. It's Tangi Tuimua. Oh my god, the coverage, man. It is Tangi Tuimua. They had Karawalevu come up there. It's not Karawalevu, because he's on the wing. It's definitely not Karawalevu. That is Benioni Tangi Tuimua. Don't look at the screen and think that was Karawalevu. It was not Karawalevu. Tigers also got Staines as well as fullback depth, yeah, but I got Sunya Taruva as a better fullback there, but in the same sense, yeah, they do have that as well. Timmy Carter's Fiji, Bun Races friggin' 40 coming up. Well, mate, it's looking like we potentially could be on. Well, we've got to keep to the rules though, and we can't talk about the certain bomb until we hit the 30-point marker. I know, it was definitely Tangi Tuimua, Big Bubba. Definitely. And Dennis' thoughts on Taruva replacing Will Kennedy. He does the job at the Sharks, but I don't see him as a superstar player like the other top 8 fullbacks. I think he can turn on from time to time, Will Kennedy. But yes, I think there is an opportunity there for Taruva to go. But you've also got to remember that the game has been, so it's 18-0 now, they got the kick. You've also got to remember that the fullback situation has gone away from those nifty little fullbacks like a Billy Slater style to now a big bopper, kind of Greg Inglis style fullback. With the likes of Latrell Mitchell, you've got Tedesco, who's a big body fullback, a tall, big body one. Tom Trbojevic, you got Gutho's a little bit in between. Who's another solid one that you could look at there, besides Latrell, obviously. Pappenhausen kind of breaks the mould, but in the same sense, there's a reason why he's injured. Jaden Campbell breaks the mould, but there's a reason why he's injured too. There's a reason why people say you need to put on some weight as well, but you put on that weight there with Jaden Campbell, and then you obviously lose that speed, which is what we love, and speed and agility, which is what we love from Jaden Campbell. So it's tough, man. It's not like the old days, but that's why Will Kennedy is good. But Will Kennedy is also, yeah, he's a big-bodied one that is very do the job, upper end do the job, but has the ability to be in the quality section. If you guys know what I'm talking, if you guys watch the channel long enough, you know what I mean when I say quality section, do the job, elite and all that sort of stuff. Because we do videos at the beginning of each season, ranking all the fullbacks at each club, or every single position of each club, in each individual video with other content creators. But yeah, I think that sort of could do that, but I don't necessarily know if he works in that Shark system. I think that'd be a little bit too small. Oh, good offload there by Corbin Sims. Tangatui Mua is playing well today. He gets his ball to the 45 on the Italy side of the field. Fiji is now racing the clock, Brunswick says. Yeah, Fiji doing well there. So this is why I said to you guys, I didn't understand why people... I never understood why people tipped to Italy. I didn't get it. It made no sense to me. Because Italy are well too small. I was higher on Italy after last week, but I still never saw them win this game. And Italy will grab this ball, Jake Mason, and he'll get grabbed down at the 5 metres. Big Papa says, yep, typical technical difficulties in this Rugby League World Cup so far. Won't be the first, won't be the last. Yeah, it definitely isn't the first. It definitely won't be the last. Fiji Donaldson says, better start. Better start because you're not taking on the best team in the world, brother. Like, this is what I was trying to say to you last week. That was a positive result for Fiji last week. They played well. I tried to tell you this, Fiji Islander, but you wouldn't listen to me. It was a good result there for Fiji. It wasn't... You're not going to win... You're not going to be beating Australia. It's just... It kind of is what it is. But what you want to do is still make that semi-final. So you had to go through New Zealand to do that. It's not impossible. You beat them last time in the quarterfinals, but yeah, there's a lot of things that have to come into context with last week, which I thought that was a positive result for the Fijians. But raises Coruscant at 6 isn't working, to be honest. Yeah, but Tangi Tuimua at 9 is. So like, what do you do there? Because Tangi Tuimua at 9 is working. Well, arguably, you could say there's nothing wrong with it right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, good tackle there from Italy. Brandon Wakem was on the outside and Kotosau is out the left-hand side, but they're going to go to the right, second tackle. And how can you say that Kotosau at 6 isn't working? They're up 18-0. I know it's not him that's up there, but in the same sense, they're up 18-0, so you can't really have a complaint with this team right now. So third tackle hit the 45. Right-hand side, Wakem gives it off here to... that's King Vuniyawa. Is it Vuniyawa? I thought it was Vuniyawa, not Vuniyawa. Unless the commentary's got that wrong again. I think it's Vuniyawa, isn't it? So left-hand side, Fiji chances. Semi Valame, fit tackle, stupid. You've got to stop going down and fit tackle like that. Chris Matthew says, Tosso Viti, Tosso, iyo, let's go, Tosso Viti. Yes, sir. Brendan Wesley says, I think after that dino, mate, you might need to come up to Toowoomba and watch a Valley's Chooks first grade game next year. Yeah, it's also the first donation from Toowoomba Valley's Roosters as well tonight, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, mate. Well, when we have that, maybe a Titans game in Toowoomba next year. I think we played there this year and we got flogged. But when I think the Roosters, actually, yeah, the Sydney Roosters, they use that as a one game a year home ground, don't they? Or was that Mackay? Oh, that could have been Mackay actually. When did the Titans play the Roosters this year? Was it a Mackay or was it a Toowoomba? Alright, so 4 tackle. 20 minutes gone here, guys. 20 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Get around it. Big Papa says a point a minute so far for the party. Well, just under, but yes. Alright, Fiji should grab this ball at the 15. Good take by Torova. Oh boy, very good take. Bunneray says Wakeman, Kamikamikai, and Vuniyawa. Yeah, all three of those have been wrong by the commentary so far. So it is Wakem, for anyone who doesn't know. Brandon Wakem from the Bulldogs. It is Tui Kamikamitha from the Melbourne Storm, not Tui Kamakamakai. And it's also King Vuniyawa, not Vuniyawa. Mackay. Okay, well, there you go. Well, sorry, shit. I watched literally about 1 billion games this year. I apologise for not getting the exact location of a game that was in rural Queensland. My God. Brandon Westing says, the Chooks played the Titans and Mackay, but both teams have taken games to Toowoomba in the past decade. Have we won, Brandon Westing? Have the Titans won there? Have we won? I don't know. I feel like we have. Won there. Omar says, Fiji keep it simple. Yeah, look, just run the ball hard. They've got big bodies and they're the better players. It just is what it is. So second tackle here. Viliami kick out. Oh, good tackle there by the winger who was not amazing. Oh, kick out's getting up here. Biffo. Luca Moretti trying to have a bit of a push and shove with kick out there, but that's the Eels versus Panthers rivalry going on there. I think there's a penalty here to Panthers. Yeah, it is a penalty Panthers. Penalty to Fiji here, but yeah, that was a Penrith player versus a Parramatta player in the flesh going at it. David Casiatos, do you guys think Sivo will score? Absolutely, David. I do believe that will happen, yeah. I do think that will happen. Alright, so first tackle now for Fiji at the 15. Dave says, was having a crack at the spelling, not you, Muppet. Well, you know, potato. Second tackle here, so Kami Kamitha. Oh, I went to make a joke about Kami Kamakai. I was about to say that, but no. Kami Kamitha comes off here for Sandrungu. Oh, so close there. Viliami kick out to break through. So what is it? Third tackle now. So goes to Rova with the ball. 5 meters out. Goes left hand side. And he will. Oh, that was actually Cottesau who made that little dart from dummy half. That was nice. That was nice there. So fourth tackle here. 1 meter out here from the line. They're going to roll it. Micah Sivo gives up the Viliami kick out. Oh, too easy, baby. Oh, baby. Viliami kick out too easy. That's a double already. That's a double already. Viliami kick out. Go Boomski. And it is 22-0 here with a kick to come. He says, Titans were beat by the Dragons, I think, but I was at the Chooks game here last year because of the relocation of the whole comp to Queensland. Well, there you go. Jay Hayes says, almost 100 watching. Slap that like button and subscribe. Lurkers welcome. Lurkers welcome. Get around. If you want to get into the chat, want to get into the live chat, all you have to do is subscribe, refresh the stream. It's free and get amongst it. Timmy Carr says, kick out double. It is a kick out double. Blind Races hope Fiji smacks Scotland next now 100-0. I think that Fiji, based on this result here, will win by a good Fiji bomb because this one right now is looking like a Fiji bomb. If they get this conversion here, it'll be a point a minute. No, Sivo has not scored yet, X-Factor. It's been Viliami kick out twice, Tangi Tuimua once, and Kevin Nagwama as well. And Kevin Nagama. Yeah, no, he has been barely involved. Big Papa, you're right. But this is what I said. It's silly that people tipped Italy. There's no way you would tip Italy. No way, man. Appy was $4.20 and scored. Thought that was a bit crazy. Yeah, I think you could have put on a bet on anybody here from Fiji and it was a good shout. But Brandon Wakeham here, kick success today. 3 from 3. Oh, not too bad here. Brandon says 20-0 already. It's about to be 24-0 if Brandon Wakeham can slap this one, yeah. Playing some very good footy here, the Fijians. But this is what I tried to say last week. Fiji had a positive game, even though they lost to Australia. They had a positive game. Scored first against the Aussies. But Aussies are too good, man. And that, well, to be fair, that was a weakened team as well. There was no Cherry Evans and whatnot. But Papa says, haven't seen Simba run the ball back much at all. Because they haven't been kicking it that side. They've been kicking it down the other side, realistically. Tank Lanky says, what do you think? Who do you think will win, Greece or Samoa? What a silly question, brother. Samoa win that game by about 80. So that's going to be 24-0 here to Fiji. 24 minutes into the game. Well, just too easy right now, baby. Brunswick Jaggers says Samoa. Yeah, it's very obviously going to be Samoa. Samoa agrees. How disrespectful of a question, by the way. That is such a disrespectful question to Samoa. They lost one game to England at the start of the World Cup, and now apparently they're going to lose to Greece. Alright, so now it's going to be Fiji with the ball, and a good run back there by... Is that Lamali Lavave? I'm sure, I can't see. Yes, Daniel. Daniel, I won't miss a single Rugby League World Cup game this year. I will be streaming every single Rugby League World Cup game. Alongside every FIFA World Cup game. I will stream every single FIFA World Cup game and every single Rugby League World Cup game. So always expect me to be here. So Vuniyawa comes off here for Benny Nakumbawai. Second tackle here Fiji after a set restart, and they're going to get this ball 35 minutes out. They're going to score again here. Tank Link says the unexpected will become the expected. Good luck, man. Samoa lose to Greece, I'm making moderator. How about that, Tank Lanky? Samoa lose to Greece, I'm making moderator. So, third tackle now. They're 25 metres out, left-hand side. Good little step in. And still going here, taking it down to 20. Brunswick Jaguars says, Australia beat the clock and Fiji said, hold my beer. Yeah, exactly right. But can you imagine what the score is going to be next week between Australia and Italy at this point? That's as good like this late schedule, mate. Oh, it's all over the shop already, bro. It's all over the shop already. I kind of can't wait for the World Cup to be over so that I get back to a normal sleep schedule. Toruva here, it's fit tackle, they're 10 metres out, kicks it through for himself, and that's an easy take there for really 5 metres out. Alex says, bet your life savings on Greece, Tank. Yeah, go for it. Good luck. Good luck, man. Corey says, scoring is going up like the Aussie game this morning. Yeah, it is. It is. And it could be similar, which would be pretty amazing for people to see, because then it would be like, okay, there's such a big gap apparently, but yet Fiji can still put 80 points past Italy, but lost to Australia by 34. Also chuck the house and the family dog / cat on it. You may as well. You may as well. Because expect the unexpected. Samuel says, who won? The game is currently only 27 minutes in. It's only 24-0 Fiji. The live score is right below us, man. We've still got 64 minutes left of this game. 63 minutes left of this game. And Fiji are already leading 24-0. Tank Link says Fiji or Samoa? I think you'll find Samoa probably wins that one, but I think it'll be a good game, yeah. Fiji might have a bit more experience, but I think Fiji have a good record over Samoa, don't they? And TK Production says Kama Kai. They don't have a clue, man. At least say Kamika. Kamika makes sense, because people who are not Fijian would know the TH, but like Kai doesn't make sense in any sense, because there's no I at the end of his name, and it just doesn't make any sense at all. Nice riding by Tunga Mua. Left hand side here. Oh, get the ball offloaded there. Vuriyawa, but off to Brandon Wakeham. Wakeham cuts out back out to the left hand side here. Viliami kick out again here. He gives it off again. Back out to Viliami kick out. Oh, that's a knock on. That's a knock on. Yeah, knock on there. Oh, Sivo was close as well, but it was a knock on. Big Papa says, I think they've confused Tui's name with Culture Club song Karma Chameleon. I was thinking the same thing, Big Papa, because it makes no sense how they keep saying Karma Kai. I don't get it. It doesn't make any... You look at the name, it doesn't actually sound anything like it. David says, can you wear high reflection sunnies for the second half? So, David, it's obviously incredibly illegal to show the game due to broadcast restrictions. The best I can do is actually Commentator, which is what I'm doing right now. It's incredibly illegal to do what you're asking, so unfortunately I cannot do that. Brunswick says straight out. Dear me. Alright, so Italy now gets ball to the 25. I think it's a relatively close game between Fiji and Samoa, because I think Fiji have a bit more experience about them and a bit more guarantee about them than Samoa right now. Biggie Shakes, is this going to be another blowout? Well, it's 24-0 after 28 minutes, mate. You do the math. That's 4 converted tries in 29 minutes of this game. You do the math, brother. Alright, right hand side, Italy with the ball. Taking down to the halfway point, 4 tackle. Polselli playing a dummy half here. Oh, good hit there. But they get the ball offload again. Back to Polselli. Number 12, who gets his ball out to the 43 now. Fit tackle. This is their last tackle. So Anton Lario comes off here for Colavati. And not a great kick there from Italy at all. And Fiji will be arguably lucky through Cultural level to grab that ball. He tried to touch it with his foot and it bounced away from him, but still grabbed it still. Tank Lanky's to bet my girlfriend Italy doesn't score here. It's a good shout, but I also know that Fiji are susceptible to a try or two, so I wouldn't be guaranteeing that. But then again, Italy haven't had the ball at any stage, really. And when they have had the ball, they've done nothing with it. So you might be onto something. But Fiji are definitely susceptible to a try or two. Down to any idea why we aren't doing other tournaments like Tri Nations during the World Cup break? I would love an Oz, New Zealand, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and Cook Islands. 7 nations, not Cook Islands. 7 nations between every World Cup. I'll go 6 nations. Cook Islands would be the Georgia / Italy of the 6 nations. Cook Islands will get slaughtered every time. Whoa, that's another kick out in the fall there for Fiji. I like a 6 nations idea of Australia, New Zealand, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, and Papua New Guinea. I like that idea, but you wouldn't be adding in Cook Islands. No, they'll get pumped by everyone there. Every single team. They'll get slaughtered by Papua New Guinea, Fiji. We'll see Papua New Guinea versus Cook Islands this week. But Papua New Guinea will win easy, Fiji wins easy, Samoa wins easy, Tonga wins easy, New Zealand wins easy, and Australia wins by about 1,300 points. So, yeah, you wouldn't be adding Cook Islands in there. So, first angle here, 30 minutes gone here, guys. 30 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be here for all 3 games tonight and every single game here of the Rugby League World Cup. Yeah, which PNG play more games? Yeah, absolutely. Then people would start to understand it. So Italy might have a chance to score here. It's going to be a penalty for a tackle late, a player taken off the ball here, which is Nathan Brown actually. This might actually be a sin bin here for Fiji. It's a late tackle. It's not a sin bin. It's a late tackle though. Oh, I don't think this is. Is that a minimum of a bin? Santarungu Is that a sin bin? I definitely think it's a penalty, but a sin bin's a bit harsh. A sin bin would be a bit harsh, but they might call it a sin bin. Chaps says, God, Waken kicked the ball in the field of play, bro. Waken has been dreadful, man. Just make an Islander all-star team. Nah, it's a bit no purpose there. It doesn't help anybody. Timmy Carter says, no wonder Fiji keep running on the last. They keep kicking it out the full. Yeah, fair enough. Tails to try by 5. Eventually, Cook Islands will have to win a game. You look at what Italy do in the Six Nations. They always struggle and always have struggled. And Samuel says, bro, bet Italy cash out. Firstly, why did you bet on Italy in the first place? Secondly, Italy are not winning this game. Like, may as well wait for this set, though. Like, Italy have a set 15 minutes out, and there might be a sin bin, but I don't think there should be a sin bin. It should be just a penalty here. They're saying it definitely has to be a card. I don't agree with the commentary here. I think it just is a penalty. It's not a sin bin for me. But they're gonna call it. They're gonna call a sin bin, but I think this is harsh. Yeah, no, don't do it again. Good work. I like that for the referee. I like that. Commentary has no... This commentary is dreadful, man. This commentary is dreadful because I completely understand and agree with them with the referees. I think the commentary's got this all wrong. And this is why commentary pisses me off, right? Because the commentary is talking shit to you, who are people who are trying to listen to the game to understand the game a bit more and have somebody else to explain it to you. Even if you know the game, it helps you with the commentary. These commentators have no idea what they're talking about. I don't think that was even close to a sin bin for me. I thought that it was definitely a penalty, 100%, but I don't think it's sin bin. Commentary got no idea, and then they doubled down by saying, oh, I think the referee's got that all wrong. No, you've got that all wrong, commentary. You have got that all wrong. Shit, man. So second, it wasn't a high. Yeah, I think it was high and late in the 10 minutes, but it wasn't high. It was late, but it wasn't high at all. It was still a normal tackle, but it was just late. It was a heavy tackle, but it wasn't definitely not high. If it was high, I definitely would have said that was a sin bin. So left tackle. Oh no, Italy. Oh no, Italy. No, you're not kicking on third tackle 5 minutes out. No. And then some Blackman says, will we be showing any NBA, man? Yeah, so right now, man, it's very tough for me, but I will be doing it on the other channel, BKRmy What You Say. Just give me a little bit of time, bro, but I will be absolutely pumping it. Don't worry. Don't worry, man. I will be doing it. Just give me a little bit of time over there. Brunswick Taker says, rather have Sterlo and Gus in commentary than these clowns. Mate, I'd rather have... No, I don't know if I'd rather have Blocker. I was about to say I'd rather Blocker, but... At least Blocker gets the names right, I guess. But Blocker also has no clue about the game. He used to play, but has no clue. Says tells teams to go for the 2 whilst being up by 2, right? To make themselves go up by 4 or 10 minutes out. It's silly. Silly. But yeah, just give me a little bit of time there. And I had to deal with a few things off camera in the last couple of days, which have been pretty rough, which you guys would know about, obviously. But there's a heap of things that are kind of preventing me from starting it right now. But it will slap up. We will get a slap up going there for the NBA. Unfortunately, the old Chicago Bulls lost today. They lost today, but we're 1-1, so we'll be right. No, don't bring Blocker into this. Thank God Blocker's not the commentator. Because if this was in Australia, this is the negative, right? So the positive about taking this to the Northern Hemisphere, oh, it's a shot. That's a shot. And it's going to be a knock-on here from Italy. Good call. Referee is on fire today. This referee is on fire. Made a couple of incorrect calls in regards to 6 tackles before, but this referee is on fire. Oh my God, this commentary is really grinding my gears. Sassuno comes on here for King, who's going for a head injury assessment. So they're going to challenge us here, Italy. Bottom Ray says no, don't bring Blocker into this. Hatcher says, but Blocker's a former player. He always has the correct opinion. I think the referee's spot on here. Omar says, yep, this ref has. Yeah. Mythic Glass says the white lines of the field are so confusing. I know, I agree. And it's hard as a commentator to define where the lines are as well, yeah. Not easy, man. Not easy. And it's funny because with the video ref, they don't show us on this screen. They go to like the corner where you can just see the screen. And it might be a knock on here from Fiji. It might be. I don't know. I think this could be just a knock on from Italy. Oh, challenge successful. It's like the ball's in his hands, and because of the contact with the tackle, he's lost the ball. It's not like the Fijian was trying to knock the ball out there. That's just a loose carry. If anything, you just say... How is that a knock on? That doesn't make any sense. There's no intent on playing the ball there. He's just lost this ball in the tackle. That makes absolutely zero sense. Like, that doesn't make any sense how that's a knock on. That's a loose carry. Like, how is that a knock on? How can you blame the Fiji? Oh, so it is Fiji's ball. Oh, okay, no, that's the right call then. What's happening right now? What's happening? Suja Turova here, nice work. Turova's still going here. What is happening? They just said that it was a... The commentary just said it was a... The commentary doesn't know what they're talking about. Fiji challenge plays. Oh, okay, well there you go, Trap. I think that originally the referee called the opposite way, and then must have changed his mind. That's probably why I've got confused here. So then when it was successful, I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So no, again, great call. You know, the referees today have been fine. I think originally he called that as a knock on against Italy, and then changed it to, oh, look at this. Oh, that's a knock on. No, it's going to be a penalty here to Fiji. So it's just someone get the ball and get on with it. It's confusing. It's confusing. This is confusing. And the commentary is the most confusing part because they don't know what they're talking about. That's definitely a knock on there from Italy. Yeah, I thought Italy challenged it. Exactly right, Corey. That's exactly right. I thought Italy challenged it too because I'm pretty certain the referee originally said that it was an Italy knock on. But then must have changed it to Fiji. Brazil says the NRL bunker better be taking notes. Yeah, but let's be careful because the bunker has also been horrific in this tournament so far. This has just been a very good game from them. This has been a very good game so far from the officials. So 6 minutes to go here of the first half. Mate, get me on the commentary team for the French World Cup, you know? 2025, get BK Sport in the commentary team because this commentary is just atrocious. I don't know what they're talking about. Kama Kai, Wakeman, and Vuni Yawa, all three names incorrect. They've also got multiple calls incorrect and then blamed the referee and not themselves. And it's been incredible, bro. These commentators have got no clue. I think they're probably like, oh, I don't know. What do they? Do they get these commentators on Seek? Do they go commentary and find it on what's it called? What's that one called? Gumtree? Need Rugby League commentators, England World Cup. Apply within, and these guys got it. So Parada's having to change his shirt right now because apparently he was bleeding. No big check. I would have no idea who the commentators are because they're both English. They're both English. They're not Australian. All I know is that they are horrific. So right outside, which is says Seek. Gumtree, yeah. So 18 is out even the line. I go left hand side here, second tackle. They're off Wish. This is definitely Wish, but you've also got to remember that we still have so Fiji with the ball here, 8 metres out from the line, second tackle. Bunga too arrogant to take notes as they rob clear stage tries. Don't start on that PNG try. Don't do it. So third tackle here, 3 metres out from the line. Papua New Guinea got robbed in that game. They did. Oh, cheeky. Left hand side here. Kick out. Hat trick. Oh, that's a knock on there from Millie. Captain Kelson says the commentators are Muppet 1 and Muppet 2. They are Muppet 1 and 2, that's for sure. They are definitely a couple of Muppets. So knock on there, and Fiji will get another fresh set of 6 here. I tell you who has been poor here for Fiji today, and that's definitely been Wakeham. Like, I get he's getting his kicks and he's 4 from 4 in regards to conversions, but he's been dreadful for today for me. 2 kicks out in full. They have no other kicker besides him, because obviously Apiso Kodosau was the 6th, so, you know, he's not really a kicker. So Wakeham is meant to be the guy, and he kicks the ball at the full. His passing's been really askew. I haven't liked Wakeham at all here today. But everyone else in Fiji has definitely done the job, and Tangi Tuimua has been fantastic. Fiji here, and William Kikau as well. Brandon Wakeham as well got tackled on a 5th option, remember? In the first play of the game, got tackled on 5th, which was silly when he had an open 3-on-1 try out left-hand side, but he decided to run himself. So left-hand side now, they're inside the 10. Good run here. Don't offload that ball. Take it down 5 metres out in the line. Wakeham's been poor, but Wakeman's doing alright. Yeah, Wakeman's doing alright, but Wakeham has definitely been poor. And... oh, so close to a try there. 1 metre out there. Is that Sandrogo? It is, yeah. I think he's in the Cowboy system. Oh, they should have an easy try. They got numbers galore. They got Sivo out there, but it's going to be Apisa Corcel. That's going to be Apisa Corcel there with the try time. Cuts back on the inside, and Bati go boomski, baby. The Bati go boomski. So it's 28-0 here with the hit to come, and it should be 30-0 any moment now. But Apisa Corcel go bang. One try in Rugby League World Cup for 2021. And you'll take that. Hasn't really done a great deal so far until then, but you'll be happy with that one. Easy try, Corey says, absolutely. Rani P says, got a Bati go, Tosviti. Too easy there for Apisa Corcel. Apisa Corcel. Going to be 30-0 soon. It's going to be 30-0 in about 20 seconds. Tigers fans, is Corcel going to be signing of the year for 2023? Doesn't sound like Sam Verrills to me. Sammy Verrills sounds a little bit more realistic. But, you know, maybe he could be the third best signing of the season. Because obviously we've got Sammy Verrills and Kieran Foran who have locked up 1 and 2. But maybe number 3 Apisa Corcel. Well done, Tigers. Yeah, well done, Tigers. But 1 and 2 are very easily, very clearly, obviously, 100%, no doubt in my mind, 100% guaranteed pinpoint perfection, Sam Verrills and Kieran Foran. Outerventure says Fiji's behind the clock. They're slacking. They're slacking right now, man. They're slacking right now. But about to make, I can't believe someone bet on Italy to win. Someone in the chat said they bet on Italy. Should I cash out? Like, you should have cashed out before the game started. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half, guys. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But Fiji getting an easy win here. And this will basically solidify them as the team to play New Zealand in the quarterfinals. Because Scotland got absolutely annihilated by Australia and also lost to Italy by a big margin. So they're wiped out. Even if they won next week against Fiji, they'd still be wiped out. Australia is going to wipe the absolute floor with Italy here. So right now, basically Italy have just gone under the minus. Fiji have just gotten to around the minus, the 0 area. So now from here on out, Australia will pump Italy next week. So no matter what, effectively Fiji will go through based on points differential, because they're not going to get pumped by Scotland. If they were to lose, they'll still win, but even if they were to lose, it won't be by enough. So no matter what here, I can see Fiji going through. Tigers fans, at least we have a chance to make the top 8 for best signings. For best signings, it's not a bad shout. Yeah, I thought you were about to say top 8 in general, and I was going to be like, don't know about that one, Jimmy. Don't know about that one, Champion. But you're right. You are right. Oh, nice to run there by Tangi Tuimua. He's been unreal today, Tangi Tuimua. I told you he was a good player, though, when I was watching that mid-season international. Right-hand side here, and... Oh, it's still Wakeman, by the way. Brandon Wakeham. Still Wakeman. Still Wakeman here in the commentary. So, forward tackle now, 25 metres out. It's really not that hard to get the players' names right, but, you know... they're the ones getting technically... Like, I am getting paid to do this too, but in the same sense, not like they're getting paid. They're getting paid a shit ton more. They're getting paid a shit ton, these commentators. They don't know what they're talking about. So, fit tackle here. They put this ball on the left-hand side here. Fiji, Viliama Kikau, still going here. Gets taken down. Fit tackle off to Maka Sivo. Sivo here, what's he going to do? He's at the 20. Steps around. It's still fit tackle here. Sivo gets it back to Viliama Kikau. Kikau still going. Right-hand side. Fiji still going here. Tall Valley Roosters at 30-0. Wow, yeah, it's about to be more probably. Kevin Ngama offloads the ball again here. Fiji still going. Gets the ball offloaded again here. Oh, bro, this is a try. It's ridiculous. If this is a try, it's ridiculous. Ngama again. Leo Lavave. Left-hand side. Sirens going here for half-time. They step around here. Fiji. Oh, he slipped over. And, oh my God, it's still going here. Oh, they've lost the ball. That was an easy try and they've lost it. Oh, bro. They bombed the try. Oh, he slipped over there, I think, Sandrogu. He slipped over and unfortunately won't get the try, but it was a really good play there from all of Fiji. But they will win that first half 30-0, guys. We've still got a whole second half here to go. I know, how did they bottle out this with the class? I had like a 5-on-0 on the left-hand side, but he slipped over, unfortunately. But guys, obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here. I'm going to run up to the bathroom here, guys. I'm going to be here for the next like 6 hours straight. 6 hours and 10 minutes straight. So I'm going to run up to the bathroom. Be buddy, good people in the chat. I'll see you guys in a sec. Thumbs up, subscribe. 1 second. We're back. We are back. So much Gatorade bottle was a treat. What's wrong with you? Luckily for me, I have a bathroom in my room. So I don't need to think about a Gatorade bottle, you weirdo. What? Mythic Glass says, love that fit tackle throw around Festo. Yeah, that was pretty fun to watch. Tigers fans says, everyone watching like the stream so we come back to the 69 likes. Oh, he's back. Well, we can still get to 69 likes. How about that? Let's get to 100 likes in this stream. I reckon we can do it. Here. It'll be interesting to see. What happens with the England-France game, which is right after this one. Let me just make sure that I'm in the middle of the screen. I am kind of, but I'm also like disappearing. That's better. I think that the England-France game will be interesting. The headset is like see-through as well now. I have to fix. I don't know. I have to get the lighting to. I have to get this. So, like I said to you guys the other day, I have a lamp that I bought. I did buy a lamp, but I haven't bought the. I had a light bulb, but it wasn't the right one. It wasn't the right one at all. So I'll do that tomorrow, hopefully, if I remember. There we go. That's a bit better. But it will change again. It will screw me up again. I don't know why it does it. Cameron says New Zealand vs Jamaica will be a classic. Ooh, yikes. 1-0 City Haaland goal. Let's go, Sachin Kelson. Bang, 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 baby. Really? I captained him too. I think everyone should have captained him in fantasy. Yeah, Erling Haaland. Who got the assist? Please tell me it's Phil Foden. Who got the assist for Erling Haaland? 76 says, talk about the greatest try on my score, and it's hilarious hearing the UK commentators pronounce Wakeman as Wakeman. Yeah, Wakeman or Karma Kai for Kamikamitha. And then also, the other one that was unreal there was another one that I can't remember, but it was terrible. Edison assist. Oh, nice little big ball over the top. Nice little big ball over the top. Thanks for coming, son. Sebastian says England should pump France. We don't need any surprises there. Oh, we would love a surprise, Sebastian. Oh, I'm here for a surprise. Me, right here, this big fella. Oh, I don't mind a surprise in that game. Richard says, I've always had a soft spot for the French. Making a final would be massive for them. League was bigger than Union a long while ago. Yeah, but France aren't even going to be close to making the finals. They're not even going to make it out of their group stage. Samoa's going to still get through the group because Samoa will play France next week, which is a huge game, mind you. They're showing the highlights of this Australia game. Jeez, it was a pumping. This morning. Fire off Queensland Intervention says Fiji 930 metres gain to Italy's 356 metre gain. Wow. That is huge. That's 1,000 metres in the first half to Fiji compared to 356 for Italy. That's mad. 64 Kooky says New Zealand is the easiest pool. Oh, yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. No doubt about that one, man. But we all know who's going through all the group stages. Like Fiji obviously goes through alongside Australia. We know that, the second group is actually interesting because tomorrow is a big game. It's probably the biggest game of the weekend, which is Lebanon versus Ireland. That's actually the biggest game of the weekend because whoever wins that game will actually go through to the quarterfinals, you would assume. And... do Ireland play New Zealand next week? It's actually not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee necessarily. Because if Ireland get beaten by enough... Oh, no, because then Lebanon wouldn't have won 2 games. Yeah, Lebanon wouldn't have won 2 games. So if Ireland win tomorrow, then they're guaranteed the quarterfinals. If Lebanon win tomorrow, then they're pretty much guaranteed the quarterfinals because they'll win 2 games and Ireland won't beat New Zealand. They won't beat New Zealand. Brunswick says it should have Australian commentators there. At least they explain rulings and pronunciation towards players better. Well, that's why you're watching here, man. That's why you're listening here because obviously, yeah, it's difficult to have to listen to this commentary and have to put up with the commentary because they have no idea what they're talking about. They really don't. Sebastian says France won the 4 League World Cup originals. I'll give you that. France used to be very good. They did, but in the same sense, they've also never won a World Cup. They won one of the previous ones when it was not a professional competition. But the professional competition, Australia's won all but one of them. History states that too. History states what? Oh, well, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good, the old French. But I just don't really rate them. I think that obviously right now, I'm pretty happy to go back on my Italy are a very good team. Well, an underrated team thought process. But with that being said, yeah, because Italy are going to get slaughtered next week by Australia to play like this. After I mentioned this, English commentators or Gus Gould watching out of car. I'd rather listen to Gus Gould for sure. for sure listen to Gus Gould over the English commentators, because at least Gus Gould does know what he's talking about. He's literally adjusted two teams and put them on the right paths. 64 Cookie says this is a replay of Australia Scotland. Yeah, but this has been a way easier game here for. Oh no, Australia was easier. But this has been a very, very simple game in Fiji. They haven't done anything special here, but they've just done the job, which has been fantastic to see. Duffy Spoken says, Toss a Viti, Brothers of the Week, Jag is his fastest man on the planet. Can't get enough of that quote by Gus. Hey, that was an unreal try. That was the try of the tournament, for so far anyway, I guarantee, from Josh Adokar and Matty Burton. That was an incredible try. Omar Word says, World War II was devastating for French Rugby League, almost phased the game out. Is that true? Is that why it kind of got phased out? Is that why? Because obviously, yeah. Look, we're not going to talk about the wars, but, the war did impact quite a bit of sport around the world. Omar, final question, Adam says, English commentators and Gus Gould watching on a car. Yeah, I'll take Gus Gould every day of the week. Kevin says, show the game, don't need your commentary. Oh, really, Kefe? Oh, really? That's cool. Well, why don't you do me a favour? No, you do me a favour. Why don't you get a job? How about that? How about that one? Why don't you get a job so that you can actually pay to watch the game? It's crazy, isn't it? You little cheapskate. Why don't you go and get a job, Kefe? Thanks for coming. Tigers fan says, Gus is the second smartest man in the rugby league behind the Great Blaze. Yeah, well, there you go. Toowoomba Valley's Roosters says, I took Fiji minus 51.5 before kickoff, put $50 on it. Well, I think you're on target here, mate. I think you're on target here, Jimmy. I think you've got this one. Fiji should slap this ball. That would have been a big margin. That would have been really big. How much do you win from that, Toowoomba? Because that's probably a big mark, because it was minus 18.5 as the handicap, so you've gone even more so. Toowoomba Valley Roosters says he's unable to show the game at all, but it's actually good like this. So Toowoomba Valley Roosters, you'll come to know on the channel, man, that a name like Kefe shows to me that's a troll account. It's not really a real account, because Kefe not exactly the greatest of words in the islands. So yeah, look, it's yeah, that's an obvious troll, man. Kevin says you need YouTube. You need YouTube? Really, Kevin? Wow, man. Thank you for coming, Kevin. Thank you very much for coming. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button while you're here. But Champion, due to broadcast restrictions, it's illegal. I can't show you the game. Yeah, Kefe is a Samoan swear word. I know. That is exactly why I said that. Like, man, anyone with a brain can understand that broadcast restrictions prevents anyone on YouTube to display it. Yeah, sometimes you'll get lucky and there'll be a random game being displayed, but usually they get banned pretty quickly. Just to ask the guys on Twitch, they got hounded pretty heavily for all their NRL content they were putting up there. X-Factor says, how has Siva not got a hat-trick yet? Siva hasn't even scored yet, yeah. 64 Cookie says, the difference between Scotland and Italy is the passion for the jersey. What? I've never said that. Are you making a joke at my expense? I don't know, maybe. If I did say that, then shit. But in the same sense, Scotland, I agree with that quote though, even though the Italy are getting beaten quite badly here, but I do think that Italy care more about their jersey than Scotland do at the moment. I will say that. Tiger says, what does Kefe mean? You don't want to know, brother. It's you could easily Google it, to be completely honest with you. You could easily Google it. 64 Kicks questioning marks. I think maybe I've said, maybe you've just said that and I've thought that maybe I said that and maybe you were joking at what I've said, but I agree with it. I do think that Italy do actually give a shit about their jersey comparatively to the Scottish team that I saw earlier. I just think that they're not playing well today. I think that Fiji are too big for them, too monstering for them, and Italy just, yeah, they're playing like what we kind of expected them to play like. Is what I would say. It means brush in English. Kind of. Kind of, man. Blood Ray says, if only Fiji had the Safini twins, Blake, Tarek Sims and Ravalawa. Ravalawa was a big loss on the wing there. But then again, I don't think that Karawalevu has been bad today. But then again, this is also on Italy. Safini twins are huge losses, yeah. Daniel Safini was Jacob Safini probably off the bench there, but you probably would have still had Tui Kamikamitha, Kamakakai as the front row. King Vuni Yawa would have come off the bench there, or King Vuni Yawa would have come off the bench. People who don't understand, that's the commentary. The commentators have gotten both front rowers' names incorrectly. Tui Kamakakai and King Vuni Yawa. instead of Tui Kamikamitha and Vuni Yawa, which is not that hard to say. Like Kamika, at least say that. Like I know it's Kamikamitha, but at least say Kamika. See, I can't pronounce it wrong. Just at least say Kamika, not Kamakakai. There's no I at the end of the name. There's no I at the end of the name. I don't get how you can say it. After instance, I was just wondering what happened to Wonga Blake. I think he decided just not to come. Tigers fans scrolled through the Urban Dictionary for Kefe and found this. Here we go. Here we go, man. Well, at least I captained the right guy in my fantasy team this week for the Premier League. Oh, Everton game, and Everton scored. Oh, Calvert-Lewin. Of course he has. Of course Calvert-Lewin scored. Of course he did. Who got the assist? Alex Iwobi. No one has Calvert-Lewin in their fantasy anyway. That's right, Chelsea United's a bit later on. Alright guys, second half's about to start here. Obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, but the second half is about to start. And do not forget, we will be streaming France versus England right after this at, I think 1:45am is when we start. 1:45am is when we start. That's AEST, 2:45am Muppet time, New South Wales, 3:45am Fiji time, and then 4:45am New Zealand time. 64 Cookie says, bro, you should have a second person on your cast. It's very difficult when it's 12:30 in the morning, bro. Sometimes we'll have people, occasionally, but in the same sense, you know, we've had Clarkey before, and Clarkey was meant to come on Friday, but I was too busy. I didn't get home until very late, so I couldn't set up the two people. But this Friday coming, we'll have Clarkey come on. Clarkey's Rugby League World Cup, a good friend of mine, so he'll be coming on next Friday. But for the games, obviously, yeah, I kind of do it here by myself because it's my schedule. I do so many games, it's impossible to get someone for every single time. Sebastian says, mental drop goal in the Premiership. Adam Hastings slotted a 60-metre belter. 60 metres. Yikes. Yikes. Brunswick Jaggers said in today's lesson. Right, run with the actual meaning. Oh, yeah. There you go. So Fiji 30-0 here at Kingston Park in Newcastle. But yeah, 60-metre drop goal is ridiculous. Timcast, can't wait to see you and Clark will be great. Yeah, when I go down to Canberra next year, like if Clarky has me again, because I think his family's staying with him now, but I will probably stay with Clarky again if the Titans play in Canberra next year, which is not guaranteed. And we'll get him on stream again. We'll get him on stream because it was good. It was good having him there for the two games. I can't remember what games they were, but we had him on for two games. It probably didn't send Tigers fan, probably because it's bad words. So Italy, oh, good run here. Italy, Santi. Brendan Santi gets that ball after the halfway line. That's a nice little run there. Third tackle. Here come Italy. Meaning, I love you in Samoan. We Polynesians love it when people say those things to us. It shows that you are trying to understand our culture. Wow. So someone's put in the Urban Dictionary that to represent Kefe. Unbelievable. Look at this from Italy. Mason, Jake Mason here at 15. This is actually a nice play here from Italy. Oh, good hit though from Calvert 11. So fit tackle now, 30 metres out. We'll be trying to come up this way for Cowboys vs Titans next year. I'll be at every single game for the Titans next year. Every single game. Home or away. Oh, sorry, Turuva. Turuva's away here. Turuva's away here. Gets to about 25 and gets taken down. That was a nice run there by Turuva. Did you say Tuave? There's no way that he just called Turuva Tuave. Or did he say Turave maybe? Either way, it's wrong. There's no way that he just said Turave. Am I hearing this? There's no way he just said Turave. Santa Kel says, one of the games Clarkey was on was when the Cowboys floored the Schmonkos. One game, you're absolutely right. 64 Cookie said, rambling on by yourself is kind of cringe. I think he's trying to say cringe. If so, I don't believe so. Maybe you think so, but no one. I've never heard someone say that about this before. But your opinion is fine. But I don't find it cringe at all. Turave. I think that's what he called him. That's 4 names incorrect now. Turave. If you think it's cringe, that's fine, bro. But I don't at all. And I've never really had any complaints about just sitting here and chatting with you guys. Was this deliberate butchering of the names, I reckon? It's got to be deliberate butchering of the names, because it doesn't make sense how you can have Kamakakai, Turave, what did he say, Wakeman? Wakeman and Vuni Yawa, when it's just not true. Like, you, as commentators, you would have the names in front of you, right? Just sound them out. Like, Vuni Yawa makes no sense when it's Vuni Yawa. There's no two Vunis. There's not two, there's only one footy. And you can see that on the paper right in front of you. You're literally getting paid to be a commentator here. Like, bro, you can see it in front of you. So, fit tackle now. Right hand side. I've considered having a list in front of me, but I know the players. And it's what happens when you actually know the sport. You know the players off by heart. You don't need a list in front of you. Sometimes it is difficult when you have a debutant, and that's when it helps. But overall, like, I just tell you guys the honest truth. Like, as a debutant, I don't know the name. Alright, so I'll get this bike to the 30 here. Tangi Tui Mua at the, I think it might be actually the 40. Yeah, it is the 40. Oh, look at this big run here by Turuva. Turuva actually running the ball really hard as well. Tiger fans, I'm surprised I haven't pushed the rest yet. Give it time. Give it time. It's still 37 minutes for them to do that. That was a good run there. Very good run. Nakumbawi. That was actually not too bad. It's Nakumbawai. But Nakumbawi is not terrible. I won't have a go at them for that. But it's Nakumbawai, not Nakumbawi. It sounds African. Their pronunciation sounds African there. But I'm kick out here. Oh, it's gone backwards. It's still there, and fit tackle will get taken. These commentators got their name butchering skills from the master himself, Blocker. I don't think Blocker really gets names wrong. That's not my criticism of Blocker. That's not my criticism of Blocker at all, really. Alright, first tackle here for the Italians on their own 10. They started off this second half like a blistering speed, but haven't been able to do anything since then. Third tackle here for the Italians. They'll get this ball for the 22. But just to continue on that kooky question as well in regards to it being commissioned one person, I guess that's why as well for people who do maybe find that way, that's why the chat needs to keep rolling. Because if the chat's not continuously rolling and I'm not continuously talking to people in the chat, it does get very difficult to create conversation when it is just... like sometimes we have streams where we had like 5 people and 3 people. That were really tough because you have to think about everything you're saying rather than when there's people commenting in the chat, as there is now. Obviously, we're a big enough channel now that there's always someone in the chat and quite a few people in the chat. There's always a conversation going on. Oh, look at this. Oh, he's away here. Oh, he's away here. Look at this. Is this Carol Levu? Oh, he's away here. It is Carol Levu. Gets the ball to the 20-35. That was a great run. That's a great run. Balloons Ray says he calls Ronaldo Molatello. It wouldn't surprise me if he did that. Oh, Coruscant, nice run. Oh, Coruscant, brilliant run here. Look at this from Coruscant. Back underneath there, Turuva. Turuva's still going here. 8 meters out, can't get the offload away. They get up to Tangi Tui Mua. Tangi Tui Mua here. Tangi Tui Mua. That's a double there for Tangi Tui Mua, and he's my man in the match, to be honest with you. Tangi Tui Mua. How does he say his name? Actually, also, mind you, he did call Tangi Tui Mua Kawarevu before when they scored a try. Oh, Karawawa. Oh, he's called him again. He's called him Karawalevu. Like, it's not terrible. It's not an easy name to pronounce in English. But, like, Karawalevu did not score the try, mate. He was the one who made the break. It's Tangi Tui Mua who scored double now. XS is Colin Silva. Yeah, he hasn't needed to be involved in this game, man. He has not needed to be involved in the game. But that was some really nice, slick skills there from the Fijians in general. And it's 34-0. It's about to be 36. Stephen Kelly says, Fiji Bati looking the goods for the Fiji. It's looking the goods, man. It is looking the goods. It's looking the goods for the Fiji. Bottom Ray says, Tangi Tui Mua. Timmy Carr says, Silva surely goes up this half. And we also want minus 51.5 for the Toowoomba Roosters. So we want the minus 51.5 for the Toowoomba Roosters because they put a bet on 50. It was 17-1 and put $50 on it. So that would be, what is that? I can't do the math off the top of my head. What about like $850 or something like that? That's a win. Richard says it'd be good if Italy got on the board. Well, I don't think they're gonna. But Brandon Wakeham will put that ball through, and it's 36-0 here with 4:33 minutes to go for the game. 64 Cookie says Italy should pack up and have wine already. Mate, don't we all want that? Don't we all? I can't drink alcohol for the next. Oh, well, I'm 7 days done now, guys. I'm 7 days. 7 days done. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, 7 days done of my 75 hard challenge. So. Feeling fitter, feeling fresher, feeling good, but I can't have alcohol for the next, what is it now, 68 days. No alcohol, no cheat meals for another 68 days too. It's not the easiest of challenges, but it's a good one, because I've also got, obviously it's two workouts a day. If you don't know what 75 hard challenge is, it's 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes minimum each. One has to be outside, one is inside. And 4 litres of water a day. What else is it? That's a secretary of Fiji at 20. 4 litres of water a day. You have to read 10 pages of a book a day. It has to be non-fiction too. All Fiji spreaders apply to the right-hand side. At the 30. What else is there? Oh, obviously being on a diet and whatnot. Sober since January 15. Yeah, but I've timed it so that I can drink on New Year's. I still want to drink on New Year's. Left-hand side, and look at this from Suni Taruva. He's playing so well, Taruva. Tigers fan says no cheat meals either. Yikes, absolutely. Not a single one. Oh, that's a huge kick. Oh, that's a great take. Oh, they're away here, Lee. They're taking that on a brilliant run there. Brilliant run, still going to 45. Good run. 64 cookies is what's sober. You're definitely on the islands, that's for sure. On the islands, man. Being sober is actually the difference. Not being drunk. Oh, Mason here. He's going on the sideline. That was muppetry. You never try to go down the left-hand side there. That was always going to be... He's always going to get slapped. Karol Levu has been really nice today. I think Karol Levu is definitely the guy over Vulika. I think Karol Levu has been fantastic on that wing. Also made that really huge run before, and Vulika has lost his spot for me. Special Government, I went through a diet like that. Don't you feel like your stomach wants to eat itself? Not really. I've been through keto and stuff before. I do this on and off. I don't really care about the whole... It's like Paddy Pimblett, you know, how he does the really on and off. Like, he's heavy. He'll get a six-pack, but then when he's not doing it, he can get quite big. I'm similar to that. Like, I just don't really care sometimes. But then when I focus on something, I absolutely slap it. Brunswick Jagger says, sober since Australia Day. Well, that's how it usually works, man. Some people obviously drink on weekends and whatnot, but it usually does work like that you have like those big events. And Lamar Lavava gets us ball to the halfway point, and then you obviously just go cold for quite a bit, and then like New Year's will come round, or Halloween party will come round, and that's when you do it again. 2-0 City, Harlem penalty. Bang, 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 bang. Thanks for coming. It's an easy captain choice. Always select Holland. Always select him. 4 tackle now Fiji. Kick the ball to the inside here. The bounce. And Fiji try time, baby. Let's go to Betting Kumbawai. Betting Kumbawai there, son. Oh, they're going to check it for maybe an offside, maybe. They're going to check it for an offside. But it is going to be 40-0 here if it is given, and it will be 42-0 because they are right in front of the post. That's a fantastic play here from Fiji. The ball bounces perfectly. Only real men can handle the jandal, bruv. Deary me. Deary me. What's life without it? Well, maybe on the islands. I understand drinking along the islands because it's not a great deal to do otherwise. People only understand it when you've been there. Like, obviously, I've got a really active involvement with Fiji. So that's why I can't wait to be back in Fiji because I'll have a drink on New Year's and whatnot. But besides that, in Australia and whatnot, I have no need to. Hey, they're all on side. Yeah. Every single person's on side here. What are we actually looking for? What's the reason we've even challenged this? What's the reason we're even looking at this? That's fine. And then he'll just... Yeah. What's the reason we're actually looking at this? So Ben Nakumbawai pushes off one here. Unless he knocks the ball on here. Oh, no, he gets it. Easy. What were we looking at? I don't understand what we were looking at there. So it will be a try time here in Fiji. It'll be 42-0. I don't understand why we even looked at that. So it's 42-0 here because they will get the kick. And Jason, any rain forecast for the next games? Hope the weather is half decent. Let's go have a look. So I think let's go have a look at the weather for the other games. Let's go have a look. Sorry, just sent a message from him. Bang, alright. And then, so what are we doing? So we're checking the weather here. Alright, so where's the other games here? So one of the games is at Bolton. It's raining on the Gold Coast, if that's what you want to know. It's raining on the Gold Coast. Okay, so Bolton in England. It is partly cloudy, but it's actually quite sunny, so it's fine. So Bolton, England is fine. And the other game between New Zealand and Jamaica is in Hull. Ooh, bit of a boring see that one. A lot of people there drinking there. Let's go Hull in England, and it is also partly cloudy, so it's fine. It's a fine day in England, so yeah, there's no bad weather. There's no bad weather. Especially since I don't trust certain people. I can read drunk. So like that guy wants to get off with his mate's wife. That guy will tell his mate he loves him, then punch him in the face. Certain people are a misery. So what, are you saying I'm a misery, Mick? I only drink when it's like a big event or something like that. One time it comes on for Parada. Fiji gets balls of 35 here, on their side of the field. Yeah, look, I think that for me, it's like I get why people drink, and I get why it's fun. Trust me, I get why it's fun. I've been on benders myself, man. But I guess that I'm so focused on my YouTube and I'm so focused on what I want to do with my life that I just don't feel like... I feel like drinking will always hold you back from achieving what you want to achieve. So I'll only drink on big nights out. And I even struggle to drink on big nights out because I'm thinking about what I'm going to do the next day with content creation and whatnot. But that's the difference between me and other people. Like, I've got my set beliefs and set passions in regards to what I want to do. Fiji get the ball here, left hand side here, Sivo, baby. Tosso Vitti. There we go. Tosso Vitti, Sivo. Tom Valley's producer says, gonna go, because gonna start working in the morning and have a good stream. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much for your donations before Tom Valley's Roosters, and you're gonna win your bet, so well done. But Mike Simo there with the try time. Brunswick Jagger says, I only drink for celebratory things such as Boxing Day Test, New Year's Day, and Australia Day, to be honest. Yeah, fair enough. Expensive, we're on. We are on, mate. Are you staying up tonight, Expensive? Actually, no, you're a night shift guy, so you would be staying up. Oh, I'm going to put this headset on charge. Alright, so Fiji 13 plus the 70 time try score is Donnarumma. That was a pretty easy one, though. The hardest one for me would probably be maybe the Farnworth try, but in the same sense, like I still should probably come off there. Yeah, Brunswick says 48 nil soon. It should be any moment now, yeah. Should be any moment now. Alright, let's put this thing on charge. Put it on charge here. Oh my god, it's called a Mikasivo. How are you calling him Mikasivo? There is an A there. At least say... How do you get that wrong? How do you get Mikasivo wrong? Like, it's got the I there. You say... you're saying... Karma... I can't remember what he called him before, but how are you getting Mikasivo's name wrong there? Is there clearly an A and an I in the middle? Almost outscoring the clock? Yeah, almost. Almost to win in Australia. I have work off because of the rain here in Far Queensland. Oh yeah, it is raining all down the east coast right now. What's it like in Perth right now, Jay, over there in that other country called Western Australia? Because it's obviously not Australia, it's Western Australia, obviously. You know, you don't get a Western USA because everyone there is in the country. Huh? But it's 48-0 here, and Fiji kicking pretty easily. Pretty easily there, Brandon Wakeman as the 7er. But you know, it's pouring down rain all across the coast. I want to do some washing, but can't. Such a says these Muppets, especially when you're doing like a fitness challenge, you need to do a lot more washing because you're always going through, you're sweating a lot more. Such a says, they go for a short kick off there, and that's a knock on Italy. That's a knock on Italy. That's a huge hit there. Wow. That's a huge hit. Jay says, beautiful mic on. What, they say knock on Fiji? This is definitely a knock on Italy here. And that's definitely a knock on Italy, not Fiji. Jason's rain bugged off the other day. Do you guys get the rain as bad over there as we get here on the East Coast? So how did Italy get the ball there? There was definitely a knock on there against Italy, not Fiji. But okay. So Wakeham comes off here for Raiwalui. Second tackle. William kick out slams the Italians. This is their chance to score a try here. We want a Fidi bomb. Oh, we'll get a Fidi bomb next factor. There's still 25 minutes to go, and they're only 2 points away from it. But Italy might score here. Mason. Oh no, he's gone out clearly. Wow. No way. His foot's clearly gone out here. The commentary is saying I don't see anything wrong with it. Bro, his whole foot has gone out here. What are you talking about? The commentary has no idea what it's talking about. I've seen his whole foot go out here. There's not a try. I can't believe the commentary. The commentary said that I don't see anything wrong with this. I'm pretty certain his entire foot is completely out by about a metre here. Slowing his left foot there, his right foot here, and his left foot. Oh no, it was after. No, so it is a try. He does get it down beforehand. No. He does get it down beforehand. Unless they're saying knock on, but I don't think that's a knock on. I think this should be an Italy try here. The foot's in there. The foot goes down outside afterwards. I just thought the foot went down first. Semi Valame is on the field, Jared Kelly. He's just not had to do much today, but is a try here for Italy. Yep. Will be a try, so it should be 48-4 here with him to come. Yeah, mate, end of autumn through till about 2 weeks into spring. Oh, you get it at the opposite time. Yeah, it is a try time. So there you go. The commentary actually got that right. Well done. First time they got something right all game. Jason, get some Wicked Storm over here. I can't say that word. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Let me know when it starts skitzing out, guys. Please let me know when it starts skitzing out, because this is really annoying. I hate that it keeps doing this. At least you can see me, but it's like it really does frustrate the shit out of me, this how it keeps changing. There you go. Like, that'll change again soon, and something will happen. Something will happen, and it'll change again. Yeah, it looks just unfortunate there. Nguama did get caught too far in there, unfortunately. Oh, look, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. That's why. But yeah, Fiji definitely will hit the Fiji bomb here. They'll still get 60, lads. They'll still get 60. And they missed the kick. So it will be just a 4 points there for Italy. Just the old 4-point arena. Oh, man. It really does frustrate me. I'll leave it like that for a little bit. I'll leave it like that. Since for cookies and bro, next time I'll send money, I'll suss it out next time. I appreciate it, dude. You don't need to. You don't need to feel like you have to donate, man. Like, if you donate, like, that's cool. I appreciate that. But you don't ever need to feel like you have to donate. I'm always here regardless, and if you feel like you want to, then cool, I appreciate that. But you don't ever feel like you have to donate. But it's 48-4 here to Fiji with 23 minutes to go for the game. Brunswick Jaggers says, where's the bloke with savings on the line? You have a chance now. Savings on the line? Oh yeah, for Italy, yeah. Comeback's on, mate. Comeback's on. Jimmy Carr says, well, they knocked it on before this try. Unlucky for Fiji for that call. Oh, yeah, I agree, actually. Yeah, that first one should have been knocked on there at the halfway point off the kickoff. But Jake Mason with a try there. So it'll be second tackle here, and Mason will get taken down at the 25. But yeah, no, I agree. I think that it definitely was a knock on off the kickoff against Italy, but they called it against Fiji, which was really strange. So Hodge comes on here for Cecino, and Parada comes on here for Brown. Well, that's going to screw the Toowoomba Valley's Roosters there, because, like I said, he had a $50 bet on minus 51.5 for Fiji at 17-1, and right now it's 48-4, so that's 44. So they need to score 2 more tries here, which is definitely still doable here. But Fiji has a knack of being complacent as well, which does get a little bit nerve-wracking. 64 Cookie says, your commentary better than watching it live some games. I appreciate it, man. Oh, it might be for this one too, because Turuva, good catch there, Turuva. Appreciate that, man. I do my best. At the event says I can't even watch the game. Wi-Fi is stuffed out big time here. That's why I didn't go to Fiji, man, because I don't want to risk the Wi-Fi not being good. I've got good Wi-Fi here at home on the Gold Coast, so I don't want to risk going to Fiji and not being able to stream the World Cup. I'll take a risk for the FIFA World Cup, but I'm not going to take a risk for the Rugby League World Cup, considering that we've obviously smacked out Rugby League content all year. Special Grammar says T20 World Cup might be off the cards for streaming. That Sri Lankan channel is taking down everyone else with strikes. Oh, really? Really? Okay. Well, I didn't stream it today anyway, and I don't really care too much. But yeah, I did not. I actually thought about that as well in regards to doing that stream today. What did Hamish do it? Did Hamish do it, Sebastian? So left hand side here, and they'll kick this one down to the corner. Yeah, that Sri Lankan channel is really just shithouse. Like, it really is illegal, but in the same sense, what do you do? Because they're a channel in the middle of nowhere. You know, they're a channel in Sri Lanka. Like, what do you do about it? You need to be big enough where you have your own your own person at YouTube. Brunswick Jagger says, damn, they're doing everyone badly. So we go, I reckon I'll get 70, potentially. Carbon did the T20. I saw that. I did see that. Did he get done? Did Cardi get done at all? Alright, so Fitz... Oh, they get the ball there, Fiji. Fiji get the ball here at the 42. Yeah, I saw the card did the Oz T20 game. So first tackle now, they'll get this ball to the 30 now. Oz got embarrassed to 29. Yeah, what to do? I don't really care too much about T20. I care about Ashes and I care about the Boxing Day test and whatnot, but I don't really care too much about cricket overall. But T20 and whatnot was... I don't think Cardi got enough viewers for that channel to maybe take him down. T20 is perfect if you have ADHD. I would agree with that. So third tackle, guys, 60 minutes gone here. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. But 60 minutes gone. Third tackle, Fiji with the ball 10 metres out. And it's going to be Kotasau here. Give the ball up to... I think that... I can't even see who that was, actually. I'll get the offload away. Again here, Karawalevu gets taken down 5 metres out. Good work for him to knock over the sideline there. That was actually really nice for him to knock over the sideline. Fourth tackle at the 10. Get the ball out back again to the left. It's still Benny Nakumbwa here. Technically a ball home play. I don't know what's going on here. Fifth tackle. You'd expect them to score here. But like I said, Fiji can get very complacent too. Tangi Tuimua off to Apisa Kotasau. The kick will... Try time. No. It goes over the dead ball line. No try. No try. No try there. Richard says Fiji will be thereabouts. I like the 4-pack. Brunswick says that Ashes is the only cricket I watch, especially at the SCG. SCG's the worst one, Brunswick. That's the worst one. It always is the worst one. The best one is always the MCG. The MCG was incredible. That was the Scotty Boland special last year. Yeah, the SCG for me is always the worst one, bro. So, Cecina comes on here for Atkinson. I love the Gabba. I love the MCG. I'm not the biggest fan of the one at the Adelaide. I'm not a massive fan of Adelaide. I'm not a massive fan of SCG at all. But yeah, I definitely like the Gabba and I definitely love MCG. And Western Australia's okay. It's fine. I hate how small the in-goal are. Yeah, the in-goals being that small. Oh, that's a bad mistake there. And Tangi Tuimua is away here for a hat-trick. He's away for a hat-trick here. No, taking down to 45. Good work there from Tangi Tuimua to pick that ball up though. So, 0 tackle now at the 45. Yeah, the in-goals are just horrific. In-goals are horrific. But this is what happens in the Super League. That's Sia Wong. Sia Wong was the one that I was confused about before. Geez, those passes from Italy keep going to the hands of the Fijians. Pretty poor passes there. Second tackle now Fiji. 22 metres out in the line. Left-hand side, yeah. Wong has been good. Is it Josh Wong? I thought it was Sia Wong. Unless his Australian name is Sia Wong. Sorry, is Josh Wong. Left-hand side here. And Chancey Fiji, but then we kick out off to Karawale. Is that Karawale? No, it's not. It's Sivo. Micah Sivo. Baby, let's get it. So that's a double there for Micah Sivo. That's a double for Micah Sivo. And there's the Fidi bomb. Fidi bomb. Fidi bomb. Ba-bomb. Fidi bomb. Let's go. Fidi bomb. Fidi bomb. Fidi bomb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Fidi bomb. Fidi bomb. Fidi bomb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. If you are a member, drop the Fidi bomb gift in the chat right now. Get around it. Jeff says it's so hard to make an attacking kick because it will just go dead. Absolutely. We saw that in the Australia game a couple of times actually. Special Gamer says they are playing at Optus Brunswick. The Waka is for the Sheffield Shield nowadays. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw that comment. Well, it's like they definitely played at Optus now. Tick up with Sivo double. Sivo double. Took him a while to get into it, but he got the job done. Sebastian Kelvin with a Fidi bomb. Sebastian Grammer dropping 2. 16 minutes to go here. So, Sebastian, how do you know that this channel has taken them down, considering that Cardi didn't get taken down and Hamish didn't stream? I don't doubt you. I'm just saying, like, how do you know? Did you watch other channels? Did you watch other streams? Did you? Feed bomb. If you guys don't know what a feed bomb is, basically on the channel, once we hit 50 points, we drop that GIF in the chat. That GIF is for members only. There's multiple GIFs that only members can have, but we have that one, which is a Fidi Bomb. It's usually pretty big in the NRL season because we have hundreds of people heaps of people who are members. We have a heap more people on those streams who are very consistent, so they have those memberships, and then when the Fidi Bomb gets hit, it just spams the shit out of that chat. That chat goes crazy. That's because it's not at 1 a.m. Like right now, it's 2 in the morning in Australia, 1 a.m. in Queensland, so not everyone's awake. Justin Sando says, I'm here for the Fidi. He's here for the Fidi. There you go. He's literally come to the stream just so he could drop the Fidi bomb. So Fiji slapped it through. And it is literally 50 points as well, 54-4. So, Toowoomba Roosters needs at least one more try. One more try there. But Michael Silva with the double. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Charlie Collins, is that Appy or JT that curve? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Alright, so pretty terrible kickoff there by the Italians, and Fiji will bring this ball out here to the 35. Big Papa drops the Fidi bomb. Fair enough, Sebastian. Out to 30. Dasmate's even come here. Dasmate's even come to drop the Fidi bomb. He doesn't get to drop the Fidi bomb much. So the Rungu comes off here for Kami Kamita, or Kama Kamakai, as the commentary would say. And the Gumbawai goes off. I didn't get to see who came on though. 64 Cookie says, bro, what do you do for a 9 to 5? Don't need to do a 9 to 5, bro. We literally do this daily, man. Like, oh, look at the Lama I can't say the name. Chewies. Lamar Lea Lavave. There we go. I couldn't say that name just then. Oh, look at that run through. Now we pump through content here, man. Pump through content here. We've got plenty to do here, man. Justin says there's too much sport on at the moment, but that is definitely not a bad thing. Just means I don't have enough screens to have you on. Well, Sundo, I hope you're watching Haaland put on a show, because I think we're up 2-0 right now, aren't we? Yes, we are, and Haaland scored both. Let's go. And also, how funny was Liverpool losing? Incredible. Appy's goal kicking a meme. Outrageous says Appy conversion kick just then. He had the Thurston curve on it. Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, to answer that question, usually in the off season I have to sort something out because we don't really have any content on the off season too much until about January, late January. But this year, obviously, we've grown quite considerably to a point now where we can use this as our main source of income. Justin Sutton says, Haaland 2 goals, Sunderland up 2-0 at half time, Liverpool losing to Forest. Good times, mate, good times. Can't wait to United to lose to Chelsea. 64 gives a big Dylan Napa song, G, after every stream. Well, we'll do it in the Cook Islands stream, because obviously Napa should be playing for the Cook Islands, I think, in this week. He should be. Big Papa Napa, big Papa Napa, big Papa Napa, big Papa Napa. That was a terrible kick there. And it will be Fiji get the ball back to the 15 through Karawa level. Sunderland up 2-0 against Burnley, mind you, as well. Burnley. I hear the championship this year is super close, like ridiculously close, up the top. Like from 1 to like 13 or something is stupid close. Like a couple points. If Napa doesn't play, we riot. If Napa doesn't play, I think we riot because we're happy. We're happy, right? 12 minutes to go here. Fiji get this ball out to the 45. Lamar Lea Lavave. I don't know why I couldn't say it before. Maybe because I was trying to say Lamar and Lea Lavave at the same time. And gives it off to... Oh, that's a bad mistake there from Sivo. That was a bad mistake there. He had Simi Valentine on his left-hand side. Very congested for the most part. Yeah, I heard that. Don't forget, guys, at 1:45, it's been 40 minutes time. We will be going live for the England versus France game. The England versus the France. The France. I wonder how many people will tune in for that, because I know Australians won't give a shit about that game. I know Sebastian will be, but I wonder how many people will care about that England versus France game. So first tackle now. Italy at the halfway point. Link to the next game. Exactly right, Jane. There you go. Well, it's actually a pretty good time for you. It's still, what, like 10:05 p.m. in Western China? So, that's a knock on there, really, but they're going to call a penalty here, Italy, actually. Unless it's an obstruction. No, it's an obstruction. No, it's a penalty to Fiji. Yep, it's an obstruction. Stupid, man. Just stupid. Just stupid there. Just silly play. Brunswick says, I'm not likely the only Brentford supporter here. I'm most likely the only Brentford supporter here. Absolutely. Absolutely. 11:05 CCP time. Oh, so you're only 2 hours behind Queensland. There you go. So you'd be 3 hours behind New South Wales. Oh, but yeah, not many Brentford fans here. I think I've put Raya as my fantasy keeper this week, though. And I've got Ivan Toney as well on my fantasy team. Alright, 10 minutes to go, you guys. 10 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. But 10 minutes to go. Fiji 20 metres out here from the line. Can they win this game? Can they hit the 60? The 60 slam? Richard says Norwich City make the Premier League and then bomb out ASAP. It happens all the time, man. Is Timu Pukki still playing for Norwich? Is he still there? The guy's a legend in the Premier League. Sunya Turova gives it off. Oh my god, they keep calling him Turave. It's not Turave, it's Sunya Turova. It's not Turave. Stop saying Turave. It doesn't even sound like Turave. Not on here against Fiji, but there's no E at the end of it. Or why? Why are you saying Turave? Jeez. After Adventure says surely Fiji try to set. It's a knock on here against Corbin Sims. Italy might need a field goal. I reckon Italy need a field goal for sure. By says Kamakai. Might get around him. Kamakai, not Commentator. I'm getting around Kamakai and Sunya Turave. Go Turave. It makes no sense how they've got that name. Italy get this ball here now to the 15. Right hand side. Look, it would be ideally, in an ideal world, it'd be great to have some close games here, but I haven't. I've still enjoyed watching this game here. Oh, Mason's trying to say there's a crusher tackle here. They only need 51 field goals to win, exactly right. Or 50 field goals to tie it up. Has there ever been a field goal in the World Cup yet? Yeah, but... Oh, has there been a field goal in a World Cup? There would have been at some point. There would have been at some point. Yeah, Italy milking that for sure. Vunia Yahweh, they called him right. They actually got the name right this time. Especially since Wade hasn't Ray let you down before, get him another keeper. Bro, he got 9 points last week. I had Ward as my keeper from Leicester, who actually got 9. Sorry, Ray got 10 points last week. I didn't play him. But Ray is taking on Aston Villa, and Aston Villa are a shambles right now, and Ward's taking on Wolves. And it doesn't really matter who there, but like, I think it's pretty nice. I think Ray's fine, man. Salah has let a lot of people down this week. But Italy gets the ball to the 35, third tackle. Yeah, Pukki still plays in Norwich. What a man. What a legend of the game. It's 4 a.m. here. 4:08 a.m. here. So you're on either... Are you in the Cook Islands? Are you in the Cook Islands or are you in New Zealand or Samoa or Tonga? So 4 tackle here. I think I just assumed Cook Islands because of your name. So 5th tackle here at the halfway point for the Italians. 8 minutes to go here of the game. And the Italians will kick this ball down into the corner where it will be Cavalev will get the ball there. Stalin 9-0, no contribution. I didn't have him then. I had him this week and I'm disappointed. You know, they did lose though to Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham looked dreadful for the first half. They looked like they were just sitting back the whole time, but ended up winning the game, which was wild. 64 cookie down thumb. I don't know what that means. Because 4:08 a.m. would have to be one of New Zealand, Cook Islands, Samoa or Tonga. Would have to be. Unless I'm missing a place out. No, I can't stand Forest. Their Instagram admin's a clown. That's just out of the blue. Their Instagram admin is a clown. That's funny. Are you a Liverpool fan, I am? So left hand side now, Fiji. They're 35 metres out of the line. Back, Kotasau puts that ball up there. So Kotasau was the main kicker here, considering the Wakem went out. Oh, jeez, they actually grabbed that ball. I thought they were going to knock that ball on there. Luke Pasali grabs it. I sense a Liverpool here. Nah, Bayern Munich, life is good. Yeah, but life's always going to be good. Like, that league's very boring. Like, it's very boring if you're Bayern because you're always winning. You know, like, at least with City, although I do understand how people can think it's boring, like, at least there is still competition. Like, it's not like City have robbed the title in all 4 of our last 5 years. You know, last year, obviously, was a good to 1 special, and we had to score 3 goals in the space of 5 minutes to come back against Villa. 2020, when Liverpool won, obviously. 2021 was ridiculously close. Ridiculously. That's a knock on there for Millie. Like, that's going to be shit they're going to say. Oh, bullshit. No, that's bullshit there from the referee. He's calling that just so that Italy get another chance here. 2017 they won by 11 points. Bayern win every year, and there's no competition in the Bundesliga, bro. I think this is a good challenge for Fiji. Bayern win every year, bro. Like maybe 1 or 2 years every now and then, but like in the last 10 years, look at the Premier League. They got Man City, they got Liverpool, they got Chelsea, they got United. Well back though. They've got Leicester. They've got heaps of different teams, but you go back through the last 10 years, Bayern, maybe one Borussia Dortmund back in the day. Yeah, I don't know what Cookie's doing. Man U better. Man U are absolutely arse, Seth. They suck. Brunswick says just like the average Liverpool Twitter fan. FNQ interventions literally lost that. I think so too. I think he loses this and they just... Yeah, he just lost that ball. Oh no, they haven't called that a touch by a Fiji hand. No, wrong call, but it is what it is. They're up by 50-4, whatever. I agree. No competition. I agree. Bayern will smack in the UCL, regardless if he will turn the EPL into Super League. Kind of. Like you've still got Newcastle who are now wealthier than Man City, mind you. Newcastle are now wealthier by about 10 times Man City. And you've got the teams like Liverpool, United, Chelsea and Arsenal who will always relatively compete. Comparatively to the likes of, I don't even know, Hertha Berlin's still there. Borussia Dortmund, obviously, they're not like they used to be. Wolfsburg haven't been the same since Kevin De Bruyne left. I'm always, what about Arsenal this season? Yeah, they'll fall off at some stage though. Cookie some in Russia. Well, you're not. You're not in Russia, are you? So, first tackle now. And we're taking out the 10. How did that work towards Italy? I don't know. I don't know how they call that as a knock-on against Fiji. But second tackle now, 5 metres out here from the line. They go left-hand side now, 10 metres out. And chance of Italy. No, third tackle, 1 metre out. I don't really compete though. Oh, they did a couple of years back, just not really recently. Corbin Sims gets the ball. That was terrible there from Italy. Oh, they're going to say... What? They're going to say knock on from Fiji. Nah, this ref's starting to lose it. He's losing control of the game. He's losing control of the game right now. There's no way this is a lost ball here. They're from Fiji. Like, what are you talking about? That's not a knock on there from Fiji at all. That's another pity call here because there's no way that was a knock on from Fiji. There's no way that knock on there is from Fiji. That's clearly a knock on there from Italy. Unless they've called this... No, it is going to be Italy's ball. Terrible call. Shocking call. Nowhere close to a knock on there from Fiji. Now, who did Fiji play to come second? Oh boy, the New Zealanders, Noah. The New Zealanders. So first on this side of the group, first in this group we'll play the winner of tomorrow's game between Ireland and Lebanon, and second in this group we'll play New Zealand. Is he trying to get Italy to score a try? I think so, mate. I think so, because that's a horrible call, man. Just a dreadful, dreadful call. It was nowhere close to being a knock-on there against the Fijians. So left-hand side here, and Lario comes off for Fiji for keeping the multi alive. It's definitely alive. Is France any good? Not really to Mikata, but they usually give a good go against England. But I'm interested to see if England can carry on with it and win another game by 50 points, which they arguably should. Are England the team that everyone wants them to be? I can just sense the world falling apart in regards to the NRL Rugby League community if England were to lose that game, because they'd be like, well, holy shit, like I thought they were going to win. It's like, I told you, like, be careful. Be careful, there's a long way to go. They kick it through, it's a good kick through, and I think that's a knock. That's going to be a penalty to Italy. Wow. No, I wouldn't be chucking anything on Jamaica. They're not going to be winning in 2-1. They're not going to be winning. They're going to be losing by about 80-90. X-Races England 30 plus Herbie for a try. Let's lock it in. Lock it in, Eddie. Lock it in. Don't forget, guys, in half an hour's time, I will be streaming for the France versus England game. I will be streaming it, and then after that, I'll be half an hour after, we'll be jumping off in New Zealand versus Jamaica. Then I'll be going to sleep. Wake up, do some fitness, maybe stream something during the day, I'm not sure. But definitely stream tomorrow night's games, which is a big game. Lebanon versus Ireland is a really, really big game. Omar Word says, 4 minutes to go. Italy tried hard, but Fiji was too strong. Yeah, Fiji was just too big for Italy, and that's a knock on there. And, oh, no, Fiji are away here. Fiji are away here. Fiji are away here. Fiji, oh, they're going to come back. What? There's no way he's saying knock on Fiji here. This has to be knock on against Italy and just a double knock on maybe. It's definitely a knock-on. Where's the knock-on there from Fiji? Oh, he put his foot out. Okay, so it's a knock-on from Italy, but Fiji will get the ball. Algorithm Adventure says, need Fiji to score one more try for Old Mate to win his 51 plus bet? Yeah, I know, that's what I was hoping. Yeah, Tangi Tuimura played the match. I love that. Yeah, Tangi Tuimura was definitely the player of the match here. I love they've given it to him. Clearly. Sebastian says, Farmers is a great ball carrier. I reckon he should get a try. Look, I think there should be a few tries scored in that game because I don't rate France like you guys do. But I would love Fiji to score here for Toowoomba Valley Roosters. Oh, here they go. Nangama. Thanks for coming, baby. Oh, last-ditch tackle. Oh, no, he's still going. Offload, is it? Here we go. Cold 11. Back to the inside. Let's go, baby. And Old Mate gets his bet up. Try time for Fiji. And the minus 51.5 will hit for Toowoomba Valley Roosters. He put $50 on 17-1. It's a big win. It covers the donations. Taniela Sandrungu, one try in the Rugby League World Cup. That's a try there for Taniela Sandrungu of the Cowboy system. First week's after me, the ref feeling petty. Yeah, he tried to get Italy over the line there, but yeah. Fiji just break away there too easy. Push through one. They get the offload away to Kevin Nangama. Nangama breaks away. He's unfortunately gets tripped up late, but that was a good run there. And it just gets tripped up, gets back up again. Gets the offload away here. I think it's Kauro Levu. Kauro Levu gets it back on inside there to Sandrungu and try time. 60 Schlemmer coming up here. 60 Schlemmer. If he gets a kick, it's 58-4 here. So if he gets a kick. Nangama will score 40 tries next season in the Super League. Is he going back to the Super League, is he? Because he went to the Roosters. So Kevin Nangama was at the Super League, and then he's been in the Roosters last year. Or this year? Is he going back to the Super League? No, who would win, Greece or Jamaica? I think Greece would win that game, man. Hopefully we're just cheering for Manu and Hiku to lock up the W. I can donate a nice $200. Bro, $200 would be massive. I'll send you the other link, though, if that happens. Not this one. You know what I'm saying? The other one. New beauty. Okay, let's see if they can get this kick here. So they've got Brandon Wakeham who's off the field right now, so he's not taking this kick. Let's go. Yeah, the Fiji Bulls. 20 level, baby. Toss a 50. Vinaka. Oh, he's going back to the Huddersfield. He's going to the Huddersfield Giants. There you go. So he's come back to Australia. He was in the English Super League. Came back to Australia and has gone back to the English Super League. It's weird. And gets it through, baby. So 60-4 with the final score here. Fiji will get the 60 Schlemmer. Really good game by Fiji. Penalty Tango Tuimura was fantastic. Brandon Wakeham was probably the worst on field for me. But at least he got all his kicks, every single one of them. That's 10 tries for Fiji. They killed it. Yeah, look, fantastic game here for the Fijians in Italy. Yeah, look, at least they scored the try. I don't think any team has been held to nil. Oh, no, sorry. Scotland got held to nil for the first time this morning. But guys, I'm going to jump off for now. I will see you guys in about 25 minutes time for the next game, which is France versus England. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, smack the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in 25 minutes time for France versus England. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.